Hello, everyone, and welcome to your Sunday streamed matches of playoffs for Nebula Season 2. To start off tonight, Div Three's Group B second seed, the Wolfpack, is going to be facing off against the third seed, Leviathans. And finishing off the night, we're going to be headed to Div 5 as Jackal's Judgment are going to be facing off against the Aga Retirees. I'm Caustic. I'm going to be your analyst caster for tonight. And joining me as our shoutcaster, we have Dusty.
Yeah.
Dusty, that bit doesn't work. You know, our producer has the soundboards muted, so the
Oh,
cricket
no.
noises you just
Oh.
played did not go through.
I might have forgot. I might have absolutely forgot. But nonetheless, we are here, and it's playoff time, Coslick, if you just don't forget it. We're back into the playoff bracket. It felt like we hasn't been too long since we've been here, honestly.
We were
Felt
here
like last
yesterday,
season.
Dusty.
Yeah, but I meant like last season felt like it happened like
You meant
a month ago.
last season, really? Yeah, it feels like the 7 weeks just blew by us.
And Leviathans is still here somehow. I think they're older
Yeah,
than
Leviathan's returns. Leviathans is as old as
they haven't
Nebula at
missed the
this rate.
playoffs yet.
Not yet. Well, we'll see for next season. You never know.
Next season, we don't know. But nonetheless, do we just want to get rosters underway?
Yeah, I think we should get rosters underway just to start off.
All right, I'll let
Do
you have
you
the
want to
wolf
start
pack.
with the wolf? Oh, all right. I'll take the wolf pack. As for DPS, you're going to have Connor and G5. Dinkelberg's going to be your tank, and then you've got Elmo and Clipper's Edge as your support line, or Clipper Edge.
Dinkelberg. I get it.
Dinkelberg.
And then for the side of Leviathans, it's going to be Hako and Gyro Dog on DPS, Chill Demo on tank, and ECF and Bayonet on support. If Demo plays Hog, I'd be shocked. But, we have to see the. I like the
I feel
profile.
like I remember seeing some Hog in the playoffs already.
Did we?
First,
Oh,
first, first match of playoffs, we saw Hog, Jetpack Cat.
uh, yeah, I don't recall this.
You weren't there for it.
But nonetheless, we're going to Lijiang for map one. I mean, are we
Hmm.
shocked? Who could have seen this coming, Caustic?
Well, I mean, to be fair, we saw Nepal first match as well of
Why do I
playoffs. Just
miss
going
the
off of mine,
interesting stuff?
this was the match of all matches where you weren't there. Instead, it was Demo that ended up casting. But
I heard
we're going to
there
be
was
going to
demo
this
casting.
nice temple part of the Jump Tower.
Production, I think the screen is a little bugged here, potentially.
Well, and we're paused. Or are we?
Uh, no, I think we're good.
I
And
think
then
we are
Deta
good.
and Lucio banned, by the way. I guess Wolfpack has been running Zardeta from what I've heard, per sources.
Yes, they have.
But now, Dinkelberg is on the Roadhog.
Dinkelberg.
So here,
But we
I
do
see
see
an
Juno from both teams.
I see an interesting predicament here, right? G5, it's gonna be kind of a counter watch today because G5's Torb, along with the Emmerich and Connor, will be able to shut down Gyrodog's Farah, but the Maga Hog matchup, Caustic.
The Maga Hog of all things to see.
Yeah,
And they are running
we're
it
back
down.
in Div 3. We're back in Div 3, Caustic. So, going into this fight, I really think it's gonna come down to the Emmerichs. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, honestly, it might.
The Spam was going to be really rough to handle, and Dinkelberg guarding for a hook here, and is able to grab Hako, but it's a move from Gyrodog's rocket.
It must have been. It must have been.
Connor hits Gyrodog, and this fight's in the favor of the Wolfpack. Now, it's going to get very, very scrappy. Leviathans still have the potentially half point here just because Maga's so tanky, along with the Juno Brig. Dinkelberg looking for another hook here. The Hog standalone on point. G5 is able to get ECF, but the Torbjorn is low. Leviathan is still in this fight as Children is going to run in. Dinkelberg is actually trying to air out awesome. And point has been kept for the Wolfpack, and I think that's going to finally be disengaged as Dinkelberg.
Ooh, the hook would have been nice, but Dinkelberg with the hooks is going to have a little bit of a difficult time just because of the fact that Chill Demo will be able to stomp on them anytime they go for a hook. Potentially push them away.
Full tank's full with critical health here. Chill Devil gonna run in at half HP and kind of gets what you expect. Goes down, but Hako's able to get one. Already has the override protocol online, by the way. Because everyone's been able to build quite fast. And they're going for it. Trying to dodge the hook. And number one, half HP. Gyro Dog gets the clip. But Gyro Dog gets another. The hook from the hog is good. There's a whole hog potentially on the way. But everyone's shooting down Dinkelberg here. They have self-heal, but it's gonna be a little rough. Rocket, now Chill Devil's back. Running down the hog. Trying to get one job like it's a Saturday afternoon grill. And now 45% counting here. It's gonna be the whole getting shut down. Gyro with 5, ladies and gentlemen. Count it 5.
Jeez, Gyro really put the team on their back there. The whole hug getting canceled out before it could even take a shot is going to be a little bit of a difficult thing to deal with for Dinkelberg. That's kind of a little bit of a blow that he didn't wish he had to take. But now it's going to be interesting. Gyro has this the cage. Yeah, I was going to say. Into the cage, gets shut down by Chill Demo. The Demo does get picked off, and now it's 3v3. All in favor of Leviathans. And it's going to be ECF running with Rally. Gets hooked, gets shut down. Point still in control of Leviathans here, but not for much longer. As, yeah, Clipper and Dinkelberg clean up, and oh, good hook. Dinkelberg's been getting some nasty shutdowns. Yeah, Dinkelberg is making it aware that, you know, the hog isn't a throwaway pick.
Well,
if you hit your hooks, it's dead. No matter what div.
And now it's going to be G5's works. Also, it's one more right. I think it should be okay here if he's running with the line. Chill Devil's going to run in. Taco is going to shoot down G5. Chill Devil couldn't get to the orbital ray in time. I think the orbital ray was a little further back. So you couldn't really make a lot of use out of it. It's 3v3, but Hako's on speed. Dinkelberg falling low as well. QB angle off Taco. The override protocol is online. ECF able to get a 1. It's a 2v2 now. G5's turret, they'll kill Hako. And Tor memorized just so much frontline consistent damage. It's going to be really rough to touch. Chill Demo and Gyro Dog is the last one going to be able to touch him from the last one. Hako's going to Tracer. And now 9% left to touch. And even if we get to the point, there's going to be a whole hog in the wait. And I mean, look, Chill Demo just gone off the map. Do I see? Wait, ECF's on the cat. He can pick him up. Chill Demo doesn't fall off. The cat actually gets the save. Chill Demo survives for a little bit, but not for long. Hako is going to be able to get the trade though on the Connor. Time still activated. ECF cannot get the touch, and the cleanup is there. And Wolfpack is able to get the first round. That was okay. Good props to ECF for that. I'm shocked.
Yeah, no, props to ECF. I did not expect to see the cat actually grab Maga. Which is also funny to think of, a cat having the technology available to pick up Maga, who's gotta be like 300 pounds of muscle at a minimum.
I mean, he probably weighs as much as Hog.
Probably.
He's just carrying 2 miniguns. So,
yeah, all of that just to be able to pick them up from.
Let me look this up.
The ground. Yeah. You're searching this. You know what?
700 cows! Off of estimations, Blizzard never gave us confirmation. Around 650 to 700 pounds. You know what? That checks out.
Yeah, I mean that's also factoring in the miniguns.
I don't even know if it is. I don't even know if it is.
I'm gonna assume it is.
You know, oh, ECF! Headshot on to Connor, and now it's just gonna be 5v4. Leviathan should just walk down now inside the hog. But it should be a quick point cap, and not much else from there. Now walking out on this Warthog comfortable pack is gonna be a little difficult, but once you are able to cap the point, it should be a little easier.
Hey, I'm gonna say for the Wolfpack, I'm surprised they aren't playing almost like a budget vendetta composition with the Tsar Reaper. I'm surprised to see this instead, because we've seen them on Reaper always kind of factor show towards that Tsar bench.
Maybe it's just like they know Dargon like to play the Aura and Chill Demo. Like on Lux, you're just gonna get a burst comp because you're now with the door and right, and it also gets with Aura as well. And now the Torbjorn's gonna be in the background here. G5 and Connor, the DP gets 3, and then 34% is all Leviathan are gonna get on that flip of the map. Wolfpack's able to get the cap, and now the Torbjorn's just gonna be able to sit on the coast.
To be fair to the Wolfpack, I
Oh,
mean,
no.
their comp is working. That's a nasty turret spot.
I wonder if it actually needs to work. If it, like, they
It
go to
must, 'cause of the
oh, they're
sticky
going to
turrets?
server room, yeah. I was wondering if they went from the left side, it would have worked, but Akko's gonna be on the Soda.
It works!
Yeah. Now the Soda is gonna be able to get a little nice movement here, and ooh, that one. Judo barely gets one of their life on that one. 25% counting here. 30% counting now, as it'll be a 4v4. Both hit skins are out of this fight. And Gyrodog's able to get two, but the orbital raid didn't be able to keep the rest of the Wolfpack alive, and I mean, Flipperich able to. I mean, the 30% gap.
Yeah.
The 30% gap on the Blossom's orbital raid is kind of what's going to be doing them a lot of favors here. Just because you have to kill the Roadhog so much.
True, that is going to be a big gap between orbital rays from both teams, honestly. A very big gap. Naga goes in.
Pop the key, Cage comes out, the rush might not even get any value. All comes out, but little too late it seems. Hawk is going to be able to find two. The Sojourn on the off angle of the central. 20% counting here on the point for the Wolfpack. Not gonna matter much longer though. The Leviathans are going to be able to get the cap after G5. Gets one and almost gets two. That's okay. That Jordan has no fear and just not one.
Yeah, at that point G5 knew they were dead, so their goal was just to take one down with them. And, I mean, mission accomplished. You got Blossom, so.
This ends now.
Well, that's an early overclock from Hako. Gonna deny the Wolfpack from taking any early space, and Gyrodog's can kill on the Connor with the concussive blast, but I don't know about that orbital array.
I think that
To shut down Connor.
I think the overclock was used just to stall a little bit to get your team back alive and with you,
Rotate.
so that you can find some people out of position.
Gonna be the orbital ray here from the side of Blossom. He'll burn down. I mean, orbital in this small room of server room is just gonna be basically a death center. As now it's last fight territory here for Leviathans, and you only have a barrage left. But after these two fights, the Wolfpack were able to get up to two of their ults, along with the Nickelberg going over to the. It's a double Magus counter swap. We're going to the Diva and the Ana. Someone's gonna run in, get hit with pretty much everything as Gyrodog pops into the barrage, trying to find something that you get Connor, so no override protocol in this fight. But now you have to get rid of Clippers. No touch.
They don't get a touch.
No touch.
Score.
Okay.
1-1.
Okay.
I mean, I honestly, going back, I think Hako's overclock can be forgiven. I think it's just used so that Blossom can get back to your team in enough time in case the side of the Wolfpack try to aggress. I feel like it's just used kind of almost like a defensive ult instead of a aggressive ult.
Yeah.
But the loss of the touch at the end is definitely something that's going to be tough. And Gyrodog now,
5,
I'm curious to see if they switch or not.
1. Round.
The Ana can make sense. I can
Oh my
imagine
God,
you
it's
anti the
time.
Maga. Oh,
Oh, it
Gyrodog.
hit rock. It hit the rock. Oh, so can we talk about Connor locking the legs real quick?
Oh, I mean, if you're suspecting a Pharah,
Little do they know.
it's not a bad option.
ECF! Get hit by like everybody, I'm guessing. That's gonna impact there. Bit of spam for everyone. Now, Shield Demo has no sustainability. Hawk is able to get one, but now it's 3v4 in favor of the Wolfpack as this fight's gonna keep going. Shield Demo trying to survive as much as they can, trying to farm Ingleberg, but Connor's gonna be able to light up here on the Soldier. Hawko trying to find another pick with the railgun. But one Soldier can only do so much, and Connor's able to get a nice Helix rocket.
I'm sorry, that's nasty.
Later, Juno, and Gyrodog is it a swap over to the Aura now after seeing the Soldier pick?
I don't blame them. Well, okay, the Pharah pick into the Soldier is a little bit interesting. I understand you've been playing Pharah the entire time. I'm curious to see, especially after seeing Blossom get taken out the way that they were, I'm curious to see how that's going to work. The Reaper of Hako I can understand a little bit more with Chill Demo. Frontlining. Or teleporting into the back.
Behind, going in, going to hit the Ana and the Soldier. Hawko's able to fight too. with the help of Gyro Dog, and now it's going to be 35% accounting here on the board for the Wolfpack, as Hako does get hooked, but gets knocked around by Chill Demo's overrun. And that's going to be the quick flip for Leviathans. And I mean, Gyro Dog and Hako just basically got their ults that fight. I mean, Hako got
Yeah.
by.
Like, Hako with Chill Demo is going to be a nasty combination. Chill Demo is going to run in aggressive.
Dingleberg,
Hako's going
no.
behind you.
Dingleberg, you're going to get run over!
Dingleberg's on the Domino. That's...
Caustic, the second that shield runs out, it's lights out for this Domino.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
I'm curious to see, honestly, if they can make this work out well for
I
them.
mean, it has a little poke, but now you can just
Elmo
fight.
takes down Blossom.
Chill Demo's gonna run in while purple. They stun too, but they get nuked by their own right. They're up the barrage. They able to clear out two double Hako, but Hako gets another. It's a very scrappy fight here, Caustic. Tormen's 1 HP. Hako gets another. It's just him versus the Domino now, and Dingleberg's half HP. A few Reaper shots could just clean this up.
But the
Hako, though,
shield's
gets
gonna
cut
work in
down.
their way.
Leviathans do get the retouch though. Chill Demo comes in, slams the Domino to the ground, and Connor's trying to get Blossom. And now 50% counting here for the side of Leviathans. You have 3 ults coming up online, and round 3 to 4 from the Wolfpack. It's gonna be a chaotic one, but if you can get the Maga and Reaper ult, that's gonna be the blender, you know?
Yeah, that is the blender. They have it in hand. I'm curious. Dingleberg's pretty close to their ult. I'm wondering what Dingleberg, or who Dingleberg is going to be targeting. If they have a specific target in mind.
No way, it's gonna be the rush, the Nano Visor and the big 2-6 cost. They can find 2. Looking for more. They're shooting on the far from the skies. The wings are clipped. 82% accounting there for the Leviathans. Everyone falls. So that is all of your ults from the Wolfpack there.
Yeah, that is a lot of ults committed.
For one rush, I mean, ult count wise, a lot of eyes, you'll take that, but also, I gotta respect the Nano Visor.
Oh, the Nano Visor was definitely a good play. I feel like, I don't know which ult I would say you shouldn't have used in that combo. I feel like it was a fair enough combo. Maybe the Torval, that is fair. There's the cage.
Oh no, 2 are stuck in there. Time for Hako to spin the win, ladies and gentlemen. 3% hit the Blossom. Actually gonna get shot down, the shield is good. But Dingleberg couldn't get the Panopticon off. Now it's 3v3. It's going to be ECF getting clubbed. Blossom does have an orbital ray, but I don't think they're gonna use it. It's gonna be Connor trying to touch. Leviathan's stalling as long as they can here with Gyro Dog. On the far, Connor have HP. It's just Blossom left. And the Juno is able to escape. Now it's left side territory for the map. That's gonna be Panopticon versus an orbital ray. So I would say you're in a good spot if you're Leviathans, because you should be able to shoot out all the bubbles with your orbit, but I don't know. Gyro Dog could get hit and kill himself with a barrage.
Yeah, Gyro Dog with the barrage could be the factor that changes it.
It hit ECF and ECF alone. Dingleberg gonna get burned down along with Gyro Dog. Gyro Dog with a barrage. Only able to get 1. It's 4v4. Make that a 3v4. The Leviathans and trades in here. ECF gets Clipper Edge. It's only 2 supports left. Connor, they'll get 1. Hako misses the shots. Blossom is the lone Juno on the point, trying to dodge from the Ana and the Torbjorn. Chill Demo coming back, Gyro Dog on the Symmetra. I don't know if he can get the touch here. There's 3 seconds. It's gonna be a TP. Chill Demo should be able to get the touch. But there's an Ana right there. The slam! The Maga gets Blossom. G5, 1 HP. Chill Demo's trying to survive. Cannot get the confirm. Dingleberg back on the Doomfist. G5 gets ECF. Gyro Dog is full charge Symmetra. They get another touch. Hako's back on the Reaper. We get as much first damage as possible. But now it's Connor back with the technical visor as well. Hako's just not gonna be able to survive. They get the TP. They are juking the soldier with the orbital ray. It's gonna be too much to handle. Chill Demo comes back on the ball. ECF coming back on the cat. Blossom just got down. And now Elmo's getting close to the nano boost when they return on the Ana here. It's gonna be a long stall for Leviathans. But it's just gonna be a matter of how long. It's gonna be Chill Demo getting data. ECF 1 HP gets shot down by Connor. And now it's just the ball left standing. The Torptor is gonna do so much damage over time. Connor gets the nano boost onto him. It's gonna be Hako getting punched through the wall for as long as they can with the right form. But it's too little too late. And it's going to be map number 1 going to the Wolfpack.
Holy stall at the end there. That had to at least been 30 seconds of just pure stalling. But very close first map. Connor gets the play of the game for the Wolfpack. And it's going to be the Nano Visor. Just well played from both teams.
And I mean, that's Lijiang. I don't know what we just experienced on that map. I'm not gonna lie. We kind of saw a lot of everything.
We saw a lot of, well, a lot.
Yeah.
End of sentence. We saw a lot. Period.
Maga, Diva, Hog, Domina,
Domina,
Jetpack Cat.
the
Wait,
save from the Jetpack Cat, especially.
I will say I'm surprised the Soldier pick did as much like got as much value as it actually was able to put out. 'Cause you think the Soldier like yeah he's the goofy little running guy, but also I mean we just saw what Connor did.
Oh yeah, Connor put in the work. It's less of the hero, it's more of the player.
Yeah.
And that's a quote that you can put in the history books.
hmm
But
And
now
now I
what
guess
map
that
do they go to?
that's what I'm thinking. I mean, we see the Leviathans wanting to play the Maga comp. Not my style Leviathans where they like playing Wrecking Ball, but uh I mean, if you want to play like a flat map where you can get away with playing this Maga, I'd say you could do something like maybe the Runa Sapi, maybe the Atlas. We saw Atlas yesterday. I
Okay.
was very happy about that actually.
Atlas is always fun to see.
Yeah.
But instead they're gonna be, if I'm not mistaken, first off banning the Reinhardt from Leviathans. We do have the map pick, but
I'll-
Leviathans are banning the Rhine,
I
taking it to Sura.
I don't think I can ever not my Leviathans. No,
Hashtag
you're
not my
banning you're
Leviathans.
banning Reinhardt. Reinhardt.
Yeah, they are. I mean, to be fair though, the Wolfpack plays a lot of Reinhardt.
They
I've
do.
seen it. They play it a lot.
They think that was Dallas Fuel. I can't believe it.
If I remember correctly, it was a lot of Reinhardt and May.
Oh my god, it is just the
That
Dallas
was.
Fuel comp. No.
Hold on, let me Google the Dallas Fuel comp.
It's on Atlas when they play it. It's May, Lucio Bap, Ryan, Emre.
How Dallas Fuel won with the worst tank in Overwatch history. Perfect. Perfect YouTube video.
I mean, if we're
Uh,
going to Saravasa, maybe Chill Demo could go like on the Winston, the Winstonius.
the Wolfpack will be banning Tracer.
Bucko has a pretty mean tracer. I can see it.
Hmm. No, it's not the Dallas Fuel comp. It's kind of different.
Hmm.
Because with that, the one that I'm seeing, they're running Rhine, they're running Tracer, they're running Cass.
That sounds a little different.
Whereas for the Wolfpack, they're running, um, or they tended to run, um, the
Oh, Ice
May
Trigger is in.
Ryan and Ice Sugar's coming in to swap with Gyro.
Honestly, Random is my favorite character. Oh, that's
Oh
Junkrat.
well, yeah, the Junkrat.
I mean, basically the same thing.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough.
And then yeah, that's all for the subs. And I mean, Saravasa, it's a pretty common map. I won't deny.
Yeah,
I
you do
the,
see a
me the
lot of it.
NJC and Atlas fan in me is just it's being a little sad.
Hmm. But I mean, this is an opportunity to see the
Whoa!
Ven and what?
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you have the your audio on if you're listening to this because you can get comp points from watching Twitch for I guess for for watching Overwatch.
Really?
Get 100 comp points.
Well, shoot, if that's the case, I'm opening Twitch and watching the Nebula stream on my on my other PC while
Hey,
I do this.
tell your Overwatch friends to watch Nebula series at twitch.tv watch Nebula underscore series because we got another game today and get
Twitch.tv
a few.
yeah.
We
Twitch.tv/nebula_series.
yeah, because you
Great
can get them
opportunity to do a
100 free
plug.
competitive points.
Nice.
Why watch a big streamer when you can watch us? That's what I'm saying.
Support the small guys. Why did
Like
I why did I go into an accent there?
why watch that Australian Lucio player when you can be watching us? You know?
Fair enough. Like, why join and the first thing I see is tired of ads?
Get a break from the ads.
No, that's Spotify. Wrong, wrong service. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Wolfpack running some
Right.
Zarya Ven instead if they don't have the Rhine available.
Orion band makes me so sad.
A Rhine band in the big in the
Big 2-6.
in the big 2026, but seeing Onrod, we're still seeing the Torb.
G5 really likes Torbjorn, it seems. I don't think I've cast a single Wolfpack game, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, this is not typical Wolfpack. At least from
might
my
have
memory.
casted one game because I swear I remember hearing Dinkelberg somewhere before.
Dinkelberg.
Unless we have two Dinkelbergs, which would be really funny.
That would be funny. So we're seeing iced sugar on
The Vendetta.
the Vendetta, which I was expecting from the Wolfpack, but instead the Wolfpack's going to be running the Honoron, and they're keeping it
The
with the Hog.
I mean, I respect it. He's a little goofy guy.
I respect it. It's just not the comp I was expecting. Respected,
chill.
but not expected.
Chill Demo's gonna have to. Oh my god! Oh, gone. I just gotta think if you're the side of Leviathans, you need to be a little lower. Okay, the frontline damage is insane. But it's kind of what I was saying there as we saw Dinkelberg just tear down Chill Demo. Ramatra's gonna have to be very wary of how he wants to play this, because second your shield goes down, you can just get hooked for free. And that is, whoa, that's a lot of swaps from the Wolfpack. That's triple swap. We see the anti-frontline comp with the Juno, Kiri, and Reaper. We'll see Connor on the Reaper now, mirroring Hako from the previous map.
True. I mean, I like the Reaper switch here. Especially considering how much aggression you just saw from the Lucio and the Vendetta. It gives you something to pressure.
Jill Demo forced out all the Susan from Blossom, and now Ramacha basically has no resources to survive here. And Demo's will keep him at bay for a little bit here if you're the Wolfpack, but I mean, your hook's out of the way. You can still walk here with Connor on the Reaper. Your speeder is out 50% accounting here on the point. First point of Suravasa. And Hako being able to sit back and able to form so much ult charge on his override kills. I mean, already at 80%. So Demo though is going to get hooked, getting bursted down by the Reaper. And it's been really good focus fire so far from Wolfpack this year. Being able to make sure, mainly Chill Demo doesn't get to have fun. But Hako is able to shoot down the Roadhog, is getting close to the override protocol, but gets jumped on to get Goomba stomped by Connor. The flip is in, Leviathans was able to get to 77%, but nothing more as we go into this next fight here, Caustic.
Yeah, well, Hako does have this ult in hand. Ice Sugar's coming up on one,
Very
Chill
scary.
Demo's coming up on one. Everyone's really coming up on their ults now, so this is going to be a little bit more of an interesting fight.
Ooh, oh, Chill Demo!
Early
Demo
hook.
gets hooked from... God, close match range. Hako's going to be going for a very interesting override protocol engage. He's going through this small corridor, it's a little scary, especially when there's a turret in the way, and the Molten Core is going to be able to kill Chill Demo too. Without to be last match territory here, even if you just die now if you're Leviathan. Because I mean, look at this turret. Took no damage. That entire fight.
Turret is unscathed.
Turret MVP.
But this is the last turret MVP.
Give it to the turret if Wolfpack wins. Is that an option?
Not a player, it's the turret itself.
Yeah. We can get G5 to answer the turret's questions for us.
Yeah, sure.
But now
You know what,
Leviathan will be able to get a touch here. Till Demo getting close to the annihilation. And it is Hako on the off angle here. ECF gets one, but it's going to be traded. Support down for both teams in this fight. Annihilation comes out. Till Demo able to survive the armor that you get from Annihilation is so nice, especially when you get hooked by a Roadhog. And now, going to be Chill Demo getting their angle broken a little bit here by G5. Elmo does have a Orbital Ray for the re-engage, but Leviathan does have a Southern Blade, Rush, and to counter as well. But Connor also has the Blossom. So honestly, I have no idea, Klaus. I guess just gotta get...
The Kitsune Rush is committed, but they don't touch in time.
Blade gets Elmo. It's a 4v3. Connor still does have Blossom, but no touches there. Chill Demo was able to punch down the competition, and Leviathans were able to get the cap, even though it was looking a little dangerous there in that second fight.
Well, I mean, they committed the Kitsune Rush, but
G5
they
on the
didn't have a
board.
chance to touch.
G5 is on the main now.
Okay, well that's a
Oh,
little more
hook,
common
Hook the
that
Ram,
we've
Wall
seen.
the Ram, Reaper the Ram. Yeah, I could...
Death Blossom the Ram.
No,
That'd just be aura. Not. It'd be aura, but it would also be throwing.
Oh, we see ya! Okay, why is Dinklebird such a menace? Why did nobody tell me about Dinklebird? Why did no one inform me about this monster? As
I think because this is the first time we're seeing them on the hog.
Is this their secret plan for the playoffs?
I think they had a secret plan this entire time.
They were. I bet every team in Div 3 Group B was scouting Wolfpack. Be like, all right, how are we gonna stop these guys? Just get rid of Ryan? Okay, simple as that. Nah, we got Roadhog now. His name starts with an R. Is close enough.
I mean, to be fair to them, in scrims you probably practice playing against Vendettas. You don't practice playing against
I'm
Roadhogs.
scared of the Reaper. This Reaper, they're all grouped up. Oh no, Leviathan gonna be able to walk through the stairwell and they might just get nuked. Actually, Leviathans are gonna be able to rotate out to the right side here. Gonna put a little more focus on the Reaper. And it's gonna be Connor going to the back lane. He gets a good boop. And Connor was kind of a non-factor in that fight. Leviathan had a very good routine. Connor, no way you go for this.
Connor, don't.
Connor, the voices are wrong.
Okay, I kind of like the attempt of go in, make them think I'm gonna ult, see what I could bait out. That I like. However, an ult combo I can see happening, G5 freezes, Connor spins.
I just saw a thing in the chat called
Dinkle Diff.
Rush is popped. Go with the collat! A double collat gets 2. G5 pops the Blizzard down with 1. Ice Sugar gets picked off due to it. But Hako does not care what the Blizzard thinks. And it's going to be lost by Turkey here for the flash point, basically. Elmo just punched down from Michelle Demo, and I think there's one member left here for the Wolfpack who can't touch. But it's going to be a little rough. It's going to be Connor. No way. No, don't do it. He pressed Q!
He pressed Q!
Oh
No,
my God.
Connor!
So he's swapping.
I hope
Right? Connor? Connor, no.
he's not swapping.
Connor.
They're not swapping. Connor's not swapping.
No. And now just Imperials online here for the Leviathans. Only 2 for the Wolfpack, and I mean, Wolfhawk's good, but it kind of counteracts you on the roll in the open right. Wolfhawk's able to get 1, make it 2 with a hook on Ice Sugar. But then we'll able to get Connors to 3v4 in favor of the Wolfpack as Leviathan's trying to get to the point. But there's unfortunately, as you can see here, there's a ledge with a Roadhog. Chill Demo, you might just get hooked.
Oh God, Demo's hooked already.
And Demo's dead.
Oh,
Yep,
the bomb.
running away from the... Oh, hey. Okay. More farming, I guess. Running away from a hog in an open space is honestly one of the most horrifying things you can do in this game.
This game becomes Dead by Daylight when there's a hog in an open space.
And now look, there's water.
And water, yeah. Which is something that Overwatch players famously do not mix with.
Yeah, it's kind of like how oil doesn't mix with water. Okay, both. The Russian pop. I showed it with the Southern Blade from the left side. Looking. Does not hit a thing. Dinkelberg going to be able to burst down the Vendetta, and now it's 4v3 again in favor of Wolfpack. 50% counting here when if this fight goes any longer, it's going to be last time before the flashback. No, that was going to go in with the Annihilation. Able to get G5 and forces the Blizzard and Whole Hog. I mean, you kind of take those if you're the Ramatra, but now you just have to worry about getting another charge and not getting hooked by. Oh my God!
You jinxed it, Dusty. You jinxed it.
I don't even think you go for the touch here. There's a rush.
Oh no, you don't go for the touch. You just go next.
Ice doesn't care.
Unless you're iced.
Ice going to. Wait! Ice can
committed.
save! ECF is frozen. The B was pop. It's okay. Connor getting close to the death blossom over. Mako has an overclock just in case. There's no DPS for the fight for the second impact blossom against Clipper Edge. And now it is a 2v4. The Juno goes to 1 HP, but Eagleberg's still alive. I don't think he can last this one out. I'm sorry. Wait, did
Oh, I wish. I wish.
He did!
He did!
Okay, I guess Hako did a little bit trying to slide back up, but
This is my favorite part.
okay, I gotta respect it. You got your trade,
Yeah, got my one.
and now it's gonna be a Death Blossom versus Overclock here, and that's gonna be it. I think for Leviathans, you gotta play your space and try to go quick here, but I mean, Caustic, if Leviathan drag this fight out, it could be a map win for this one. Except be wary of the
True.
here. Middleburg gets hit with every cooldown in the game. Chill Demo with the help of a overclock is able to get Connor, so no death loss in this fight here for the side of Wolfpack. Leviathan should be able to just get the cleanup here and send this into an early stagger situation.
True, this is a potential early stagger situation, but you've got to be careful here with Elmo with this orbital and Connor with the death blossom. And I can see Connor coming in trying to use it as soon as they get a chance to.
Ray, the blossom in the back line is dodging.
Connor!
Oh, there's it. Absolutely nobody. I'm sorry to say. And it's a C9.
It's a C9 to end it. Oh my gosh.
Connor, they smelled the blossom coming. They saw the teleport and they just ran away. Haka was just like, oh, look at this. Free railgun charge.
Oh my days.
That means we're going to a tied score 1-1 after map 2.
This ends now.
I say this like every time, but I think this could actually go to a map 5.
Oh, this one definitely.
This one for sure.
100% I could see us going to a map 5.
So while I'm just gonna process that, we
Yeah.
have a 5-minute bio break. So let's just go to our break, costs. Like everyone, get your snack, get your drinks. We'll be back momentarily as we continue our playoff matches for the night.
Yeah. All right, and welcome back, everyone. We have returned from our bio break. Both me and Dusty are here. We have a swap. Gyro Dog is going to be coming in replacement of Iced.
Is Bayonet Blossom?
Yes.
Okay, I just had to make sure. Havana! I'm leaving. Have fun, Costa.
You're just out.
Nope, can't do this anymore.
Well, to be fair, you share that
Sentiment with
dislike. You share that dislike of Havana with your mother, so that is fair.
Look, I play Sigma. I should love it, but also casting it is like the most boring thing.
Well, I was gonna say there was gonna be something very fun with the wolf pack that they typically do that we would get
Do
to
they
see.
spawn hold with Reinhardt?
No, they play they play Zen,
Oh! Like
but
Honk that one
Zen's been
time.
banned.
No! That's fine. Let's just substitute with like a Laria or something.
Zara's been banned and Zen have been banned.
So
So
we really banned the two characters with Z on their name?
yeah,
Wow. That's really Z-ist. To the letter Z. Whoa. I don't even know what it'd be called. Very offensive to the letter Z, in my opinion.
true, but we will be underway now with Havana.
Hmm. No, we saw Domino earlier. Do you think we could see it again?
No, we'll see Double Hog.
What in... Oh...
What in tarnation? Okay, chill demo's now on the Sigma.
What in the Aaron Keller is this?
But we do see Elmo on the Mercy, which has been something that I do remember from the
Why do I
Wolfpack.
see... Both teams are on Mercy. Can I leave?
I did not notice both teams were on the Mercy.
Why is it both Mercy, but why is it basically the same comp? Who? What? Is this the Mercy div? Did I not know?
The div of the Mercies.
I don't think I like div 3 anymore. Can I retire from casting it?
Can you retire? Oh,
Like, I can
jeez.
cast all the other divs, just not this one.
Just not div 3. Well, Connor's trying to find this Mercy. Not able to just yet, so we'll take a shot on demo.
Technically gets hooked. I feel like Dinkelbert's hog is gonna have a little bit of a rough time here.
Yeah, the hook's
lucky
gonna just
hook.
get shielded.
If we get the lucky hook, it's great, but also, the DPS line and the tank of Leviathans are gonna be able to get a lot of real charge. Hawko did get picked off in the middle of this firefight, though. They do get res by Blossom. And now, Chill Demo is going to get hit with a lot of cooldown from the hook, storm arrows. But it does boost their health by a good margin as Connor still on the way up. Going down main. G5 able to find their counterpart Gyro Dog. Hawko, though! The res from Blossom, not from Blossom, from Elmo is there. But it's a little scrappy. These DPS are having an interesting time here. Hawko's able to find Gilbert, so now you can't really walk up without your tank unless G5 just walks up there and shoots Hawko in the head. Oh, okay. So oh my god. Caustic,
Yeah.
you take a turn. I can't. It's sniper game.
You need me. Sniper v sniper, you're gonna see the arrow get shot!
What?
The recon arrow gets hit onto Gyro Dog and G5 says, you know what? I'm sick of having to deal with this other Han, so I'm just gonna use the dragon arrow.
It would have been even worse if he headshot G5. He get the headshot arrow with the dragon strike.
Yeah, that is very true, but I think at this rate, Leviathans are just gonna be forced to play second.
Honestly, put Chill Devil on the manga again. I want to see it. If we're getting silly, we're getting silly. This is, by the way, neither team even gets disqualified from the playoffs if they lose this. The teams lose out because double elimination. And Hawko
It
with
is
a
double
mercy boost,
elimination, that
one
is true.
shot Connor. Connor gets rezzed by Elmo. Dinkelberg finds Hawko to 4v5 now in favor of the Wolfpack. But both teams have a lot of ults online here. I mean, we could see the dragon blocks, and we do actually. Lamp is broken. The dragons are able to force out Nickelberg a little bit. Chill down, able to get Clipper Edge. The Widow there from Connor, almost finding Gyro Dog. The Hanzo's a little maneuverable. Because, you know, he has that lunge ability. Like, definitely a good movement. Oh, okay. I won't pull pistol for a second there. Connor able to find ECF, and the DPS here for the Wolfpack have been able to do a lot of work this map so far.
They have been putting in the work. Jesus, Connor.
Connor?
I was just trying to say that you guys are putting in work and you take down 2 of them.
Is this Cannon Widowmaker? Is this the Widowmaker that took down Ladada?
I think this is. Gyro Dogs went over to the Genji. They're not having any of this now.
Honestly, just go dive. Dive him out.
You know?
Honestly,
Honestly, could
what I'm worried
work.
about is window OC for the Wolfpack because you might just get one shot by Hako. He's already gotten a collat this match, which you don't see every day. It's not as rare as it used to be. What is it? Whole hog window and the big 2-6. It doesn't matter. Hako with the mercy boost. The OC. It's gonna be so much damage. He might be too killed by that piece though. Never mind. He gets the 3. Looking for 4. Can Connor get away in time? Just a question. Run away. Hako. Getting up with Gyro Dog. Like, why were the windows both there? Oh.
Well, I
Trying to
mean...
build a house? I've been playing Stardew Valley recently. Are they trying to build their house? I don't...
Well, the window, one was to aggress. I think both of them were to aggress and hold the angle. I just think one of them worked out a little bit better than the other.
Oh, wait. I think Nickelberg might have got himself killed here if Childemo hits that rock. G5 is playing ECS, and now it's just a Valkyrie online from the side of Leviathans. G5 for the Wolfpack pops the Dragons, but not going to really be able to do a whole lot with it as Gyro Dog pulls to half HP. Gyro Dog getting closer and closer to the blade as we peek. ECF goes over to Kiriko. Connor's able to find one on the Widow. The Hanzo going for that shot. Getting kind of maneuvered here by Gyro Dog. The Storm Arrow should just be able to get the job done.
What?
Okay, eventually. Wait, Hako gets 2? Wait, ECF's back. There's a potential stall opportunity here. ECF, Hako gets a 3rd. Hako with the clutch. Elmo does get a res. And Elmo gets 2 with the blaster. Oh. You get another touch, the rest gets murdered. It's gonna be something.
Gyro Dog could come in with the blade, however.
I don't think it's worth it, but I mean, if he goes for it. Hero Blade, you can get the Mercy. Oh. I don't know what was crazier. Hako somehow getting 3 in the midst of that stall, or Elmo getting the cleanup duty with the pistol.
Well, Elmo goes for those pistol shots. They've been going for those pistol shots.
Something in chat just type Nebula Esports. That's
Yeah, the response, let them know.
Let him know.
Let them know. But Gyro Dog and Chill Demo both have ults. That's a pretty decent combo in my opinion.
I mean, honestly, I
Lux,
also think you need to use no way. Hako has no fear. They just stood there and watched Connor go up. Now it's gonna be a double. No, I'm just double. Oh my god, he was right in front of the window. So the hog combo hook just one shot the Sigma. Old man has been sent back to the retirement home as we speak. Yes, he is getting proper care. As Gyro Dog gonna be fighting in the top left here, gets hogged from Narnia. And now, for Leviathan's touch, you have to worry about a whole hog from Nickelberg. And G5 gets one with the sonar arrow kill, and Hako's trying to get away. Kazios, he almost gets hooked out, even though he had double slide. And now 3 ults online from the Wolfpack. G5 is legitimately just dragging the first time for fun. And Chill Demo almost gets canceled out of the Gravitic Flux though. Hako follows up the overclock with the Gravitic Flux, and now it's a minute 30 left. This has been such a chaotic fight. Hako was able to get 2, but it's gonna get gunned down again by Elmo. Gyro Dog go in the back line, the blade. And I think you're finally up to disengage for Wolfpack, and I am not. I really didn't notice how far the clock has gone down.
Oh yeah, there's only a minute left, and it feels like
Where?
from the spawn.
Blossom almost dies though. Blossom getting close to a Valkyrie. ECF top the rush. That's gonna be able to clear out Nickelberg here. Gyro Dog goes in with the blade. Who cares about the walls when you have a sword? They do get hooked however, so you know I guess you have to work on hooks, not walls.
G5 is went to the Torb now. I love this.
Wait, he dodged? He lived. By the way, Nickelberg has been sitting on the corner this entire time. Nickelberg finally gets shot down. G5 goes to the Torb, now we're to counter Genji, as through last night territory here, you have the whole hog in the window against Blossoms of Valkyrie.
Hako doesn't have any fear. Like, zero fear. They're just jiggle peeking the Widow this entire time and hasn't been punished.
No way Hako hits one of these, right? No way.
I hope they do. I hope they hit it on the Widow for some
okay.
reason.
It's gonna be the Widow coming in there from the side of Cliff Edge. ECF doesn't care. It's a kunai to the head for the back. Paul goes down as well. Emily does get the res, but still a man down in this fight. The Flux is whipped. The G5 gets picked off. Hako is a menace on this defensive side. Going to place a counter right speed. The Sojourner is diving in. Gyro Dog's able to clean up with the Hanzo, and that is a hold on third point for Havana.
Very impressive hold. Very impressive hold on third point. With the momentum going against you to be able to stop it and just hold as well as you did. Very
It
impressive.
is still Havana third point, though. We have to.
It is Havana
be
third
honest.
point. That is true.
Havana third point, it's like one of the worst points again. Like Numbani third point.
True. But you at least held it to that the
You didn't hold
doorway
the cap.
more or less.
Yeah. So now, I mean, I don't even know what to expect from comps here, cause like Professional Dusty's out the window. He's been out the window since map 1.
I want to see Winston now.
No way, right? Well, I see Mr. Water College himself. Dinkelberg going over to the Domina. It could work.
Now on the Sig, so you see the
Dinkelberg
Sig
off of the
duel.
Hog. I'm scared. Does he have as much aura on Sigma as he does on Hog? Find out next time on Nebula series at twitch.tv. Nebula_series. Go to the standings to check out your favorite teams, and then also go follow the YouTube to watch VODs. Anyways, what was I saying?
Something about Aura.
Yeah.
Or Torbjorn, one or
Man,
the
I'm
other.
so good at plugging.
Yeah.
I'm so good at plugging the Nebula series at twitch.tv/Nebula_series.
Perfect, but we do have Gyro Dog on the Pharah, which I kind of like this. In an odd way.
Also, don't forget to go to Nebula series on Twitter.
That Twitter probably has been dead for a while.
Don't care. Go to the Twitter. We'll make you.
Ooh,
You'll
Connor.
use it again. Connor, I've been playing far on Havana into the legendary G5 Torbjorn here, Caustic. It's a very aggressive decision, Hako. Hako, how did you live that?
It's
away.
Hako, man. I think Hako isn't allergic to widows, but like has built up antibodies to widows. Is basically.
But he is a
what I'm
Widow
trying to
player.
get. Exactly. Of opposing widows, I'll put it that way.
Dinkelberg gets ECF, and now it's a stall here on the point as Hako, half HP on the left side, gets straight out. Good shots from Dinkelberg, hits the rock. Connor is able to get Gyro Dog, and engaging through this is going to be a little difficult here for the side of Leviathan. Honestly, you might just have to go dive.
You might have to, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, what demo's going? Yeah, I think it's a full call.
Oh
Just
my
go
God.
dive.
The Prophet, am I finally getting my powers?
Maybe.
I-
Well, we'll
I
see how
actually-
well it goes. As Chill Demo's already very low and forced to kite back around the corner.
I missed that. I actually correctly guessed a map yesterday.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, I think we're in a different reality.
Yeah, we're in a different reality
I
now.
think ever since that last stream that me and you had, I think we haven't been
Yeah,
able to get
it
back.
might be in a different reality.
Yeah. 2 minutes already burned off the clock though, so very good hold so far from the side of the Wolfpack. Neo Gravitic Flux, but Hako's able to find Flipper Edge. Could Elmo get the res? Yes, they do actually. This turret, why? It's there. Okay.
Yeah, I mean anti dive turret, I guess. Connor
Oh my.
takes down Blossom.
Yeah. Monobill gets straight out by Hako. You do have to be a little bit worried here though to the Winston because just of Gravitic Flux. T5 is legitimately 1 HP on the high ground, but cannot be picked off. As Infer's gonna get ECF. The Winston is diving here in the backline. Stormguard does get picked off. But I don't really know if Leviathan's gonna be able to survive for another engage. The Winston
I think they survive for another engage. I don't know if the engage goes their way. I'm worried they use too many cooldowns before the engagement and then get punished.
Yeah. Dinkelberg kills Gravitic Flux. Hako though hits a nice shot, hits another! Connor is able to survive though. You have a bullet shot online if need be. All the ultra coming online here for both teams actually. The edge falls low. Connor is able to find Gyro Dog. The dive does not. The Widowmaker does not care for the dive, it seems. If you just hit headshot, you win. We'll be able to find Demo. Now it's 2-fight territory, maybe last fight territory. Leviathans have not been able to break this hold so far. Hawk was able to get Connor with the Mercy, just able to get the res again. Elmo's been basically able to get every res needed.
Yeah, I mean, the reses are going unpunished, and now there's only 40 seconds left.
You could Wuyong out the Winston, which it looked like they're about to do. And it's just gonna be the ones going up there trying to hit something. When there is no sun as the multi-core goes to the cart and protecting the high ground basically in its entirety. Front first though does get picked off. You do still have Connor here on the high ground, potentially going for a back, but they get dived out both angles. And now you still have Protect Clutch here from inside Dinkelberg. You just got a little longer to use it. 10 seconds left to go before overtime activates your Caustic. And I think the second one's gonna go down, and that should be a cap for Leviathans, albeit a little close.
Will it be a cap?
Whoa! It's going on to the Valkyrie Mercy! It gets the sun on the Blossom, and it gets you the res. Jarnock does pop a blade, however. 2 blades, the Primal Blade and the Dragon Blade. And now Leviathans had to invest so much more just because of a Wuyong ulted Mercy. I can't believe I just said that.
Yeah. That is a sentence that has now been said. A Wuyong ulted Mercy. I don't think that sentence has been said here before.
The Wuyong ulted Mercy has forced out Primal and Dragon Blade. I don't think it's a real one.
I don't think we've ever said that sentence. That's a very odd realization that that's the first time that sentence has ever been said on Nebula.
I think this is the first time it's ever been in an officially casted match ever. For any lead. For OWCS, for literally anybody. The shield that was able to get G5. Jardock falling low. Both DPS are low. Awesome, by the way, goes over the Tracer. And gets kicked in the face by Elmo. And Chill Demo jumped in without the bubble. Not the best moves I've seen from Chill Demo today. But a minute 30 left to go, already halfway to the second point. Dinkelberg fills his Gravitic Flux, and Chill Demo keeps getting rocked in the mouth. ECF on to Chill Demo, but he gets the whole Flux. The stun is not there. Chill Demo gets absolutely nuked. As Connor is now on the Omicron and 2-5 minutes of May. And the hold is there. Oh. Don't know where that rock was going.
I mean, you hit some, you miss some.
Hawko, oh wait, Hawko used the pulse bomb.
60 seconds.
I didn't even.
Did they?
Yeah. And now, if you jump in again here for Leviathans, you will. Chill Demo is probably just gonna get solo blizzed by G5. I'm not gonna deny it.
Yeah, I can see the solo blizz coming.
First cart. Everyone's falling low.
Well, there it is.
Chill Demo. It's 2 picks for Leviathans. Chill Demo gets away. Those out of the blizzard range actually. And now Elmo, Clipper Edge 1 HP. Dinkelberg's able to get Hawko, but still 4v3 in favor of Leviathans. No ult online that can really even save you, as your backline is gonna get torn to shreds by a very angry Chill Demo. And did you know? Elmo gets away for a few seconds. It's just
for a little bit.
The point. And I mean, Connor and Touch here on the on-run, they do have the Vermilion Ascent. I know Vermilion Revival is the as Chill Demo actually front range over the 2. There is a touch, 0.09 meters. Overtime activates, but it's immediately shut back down with the cap. And it's a minute 30, and Leviathans playing the dive here on 3rd point might be a little scary in my opinion. I don't know, Caustic, how do you feel?
It's gonna be a bit scary. You now have the Torb in play. I feel like the Torb will help
distance across.
But there's a lot of distance across, that is true.
I mean, Gyro Dog could go in with the blade, but you could just get Auron ulted.
True.
That hitbox is massive. Let's go with that.
Huge.
Gigantic.
Gigantosaurus.
Yeah, close enough. Yeah. And there's a good kite from the rush. Then you have the rush of your own. But the Vermilion Ascent does not care about what you think. As everyone's gonna burn, ECF burns the 1 HP Blossom. Everyone's trying to get away. ECF's gonna get picked off. Dinkelberg's in the front line now, holding it to clean up with the help of Connor. And now it's last fight territory as Chill Demo gets killed in their own spawn base.
Ooh, Death at the Spawn Doors is always something that you just hate to see.
And now it's Orbital Ray and Gravitic Flux. The two very good ults inside of the Wolfpack.
But it's Blade and
Leviathans?
Kitsune Rush as well.
Leviathans could make a miracle happen and stun the Gravitic Flux out of the way with a Wuyong ult, or maybe Chill Demo or Gyro Dog. There's going to be an early rush on to the Sigma. It's going to be an Orbital Ray to counteract it. Chill Demo going to kind of just get nuked. Able to run away for a little bit. For how long is the question? Gyro Dog gets hit by the rocket. Able to survive, however. Overtime's burning. And it's going to be Gyro Dog over for the Blade, along with the Winston. One shot going out as well. Everything's being thrown into the bank. In a 3v4. Gyro Dog not able to find anything with the Blade as they were able to be picked off early. And now it's just Chill Demo trying to survive. It's not going to be enough to flux the Orbital Ray. Too much damage to handle. And match point will now be going in favor to the Wolfpack after Havok.
That's a very well played map. Close. I'm at a loss for words. Dusty, I don't think the result
No
for
one
I'm
can
at a loss
hide
for
from
words is
my
just to say
sight.
Winton and hope that that's good enough.
I mean, it worked before. You're speaking words again, so. No, I don't
It
believe
is
it,
indeed words, and it is part of the human language, but nonetheless, the Wolfpack will lead with a 2-1 lead.
Oh, wow. And we have a match after this.
Yeah, that's we have a match that's supposed to start in 15 minutes.
I don't
I,
believe we're seeing that match in 15 minutes.
I don't think so either. I'm curious if that I'm curious what's going to happen with that match, honestly. I don't know if the teams are going to say yes postponing or no and they're just going to run it. But I mean, I guess we will see.
Mm-hmm.
As Leviathans will have map pick and ban.
So I'm kind of curious on what you think they're going to pick here, because we have Push and Hybrid left.
Push and hybrid.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. I always like seeing New Queen Street. Is that no? That's
No, I think Center Force.
Flash. Oh no, it is.
New Queen Trade is Push. What were you thinking?
Sorry, I'm thinking of
New Junk City?
yes. That's what I was thinking of. Um I always like to see New Queen Street. I feel like they do go push. I just don't know
Honestly, whatever
if they
you
go New
do, I
Queen
think you
Street.
just gotta ban Roadhog.
I th- I
I feel like you gotta ban one of the gimmicky picks in the Hog or the Torbjorn. That's all I'm gonna say.
do you though? Because what if they just go back to the comp that they've used so often
Yeah,
before?
but they've probably been prepared for that comp. They're just not prepared for Hog Torb. Right?
What about maybe? I honestly don't know. I'm at a maybe you ban or do you protect?
I mean, what would you be protect banning though? We've seen Leviathan been pretty adaptable so far.
Well, if you know they're gonna go something like a hog, wouldn't you want to go something like an Ana?
I mean, theoretically, and then you just ban the Kiriko.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
We do have one ban at least from the side of the Leviathans. They're going to be banning Juno.
Hmm. A Juno ban. Very
Hmm.
peculiar. Hmm. Hmm.
That's leading me to think that it's a protect ban. But I'm trying to think of what they're trying to protect.
I think it's just they don't want to fight Juno and they want to force. I mean, we have seen a lot more Juno from the side of the Wolfpack. I mean, both sides have been playing it relatively well, but maybe Leviathan think they're more confident on the Lucio, like matching the Lucio comparatively. Because even when
Maybe.
Leviathans were playing Lucio, like on Lijiang when we saw, the Wolfpack was still playing that Juno style. So maybe they just want to try to force a Lucio
True.
mirror. It is
But do they
possible.
would they end up forcing the
Oh, it's
Lucio
Runasapi.
mirror?
Hmm. Well, it's a flat map, so You could get away with some silly stuff here. I just don't know how silly
Ooh.
we're getting.
The Wolfpack is banning Ramatra.
I mean, we
A
did see
lot of
Leviathan
Ramatra.
play. Well, we saw it on map 1. Actually, no, we saw it on map 2.
Hmm.
I mean, but then theoretically, couldn't you just go back to the Maga if you're on the side of Leviathans?
You could. Also, I just love the. I'm gonna read the full message for the ban because they've been doing this the entire time, mind you. The Wolfpack has chosen Ramatra to take to the amusement park for a day of fun in the sun. He forgot to pack his bathing suit, but fortunately, the water park is closed right now.
I
The
forgot they
Wolfpack
do the
bans
peculiar.
Ramatra.
I've heard the tales of their peculiar ban wordings.
And then to add in as well, after that, they put in a separate bracket the amusement park has a water park too. Because very important.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So Iced is coming back in to replace Gyro.
If we don't see Junkrat, I'm gonna be disappointed.
Yeah. It's, it's Rudasapi. We're running Junkrat, boys. Let's get
Hey,
it.
hey, think about it. There's a lot of tight choke points on Runatapi, so Junkrat would
That's
thrive.
that's true. I mean, I like seeing some Junkrat. I
I
play a
miss
bit of the Junkrat.
I miss
It's
Slow.
fun. Yeah.
I miss
Dusty's
Slow.
Dusty's just reminiscing.
That guy was a Junkrat player right there. I and of course, like, I bet you half the people watching don't even know about Slow.
That is true. Shlo was a part of Leviathans as well, so
Man, I
that's a
wonder who else was part
shame.
of Leviathans. I don't know anyone. I don't know anyone else.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
No clue.
yeah, no no
No
one
one in
no
this
one in here.
VC.
Yeah, no, totally not.
Not me, that's for sure.
Totally.
I mean, if I was playing DPS, it would be awful. Nor Elven Warrior, and that would be crazy.
Yeah, I'm the only person who wasn't a part of Leviathan.
You know how much percentage of this VC is Leviathan's caustic?
66.6
No.
repeating. I know what you're trying to get me to do. So Connor on that soldier, huh?
What's the percentage rounded up to no decimal points?
I would say we should ask Connor's soldier
Oh my
that
God.
question.
They'd say it immediately.
Yeah, Connor's on the Junkrat. What the?
Wait, I think this is not.
I hope this is a troll.
Well, I was right on the Maga pick. I can say that. I was right on the Maga pick from Leviathans, but
Connor?
What? I get one per stream. What the absolute hell is going on right now?
Yeah. I think we did want to force the Lucio.
I feel like I don't know what. I feel like you forced Lucio, but I'm still worried. If you bring in Ice to play Vendetta, why not just ban the Torbjorn or the Hog?
True.
And now shows them we can talk, you have great speed. And I mean, look at that, they take a lot of damage here, Clipper after Lucio getting nuked. And that is a quick slam into Vendetta combo. And Leviathan should be able to get the swipe win with Hawk on the Soda and cutting Root Connor. I mean, if you're confident for Leviathan, sure. But, I just feel like if you want to play Vendetta into Tor Maga, you gotta have some kind of... You have to have something planned, but for now they seem to be playing a pretty standard style. I see the mob in chat.
Yeah, no, that's one of our art directors.
I'm so sorry.
Who
Can
also
they draw?
helps out with
Can they
stream
draw?
stuff.
Can they draw Mog Champ?
That's the person I was talking to you about. That I'm gonna ask what their commission rate is.
Oh.
That's the person.
The Demo runs in, gets first down by the
Speaking of Mog Champ.
G5, and okay, everyone just falls over.
Speaking of Mogchamp, the Mog is working.
Mogging pit.
G5 on Hanzo. On push. Caustic, is this series supposed to be normal?
This is supposed to be playoffs. This is supposed to be intense.
Look what has been
I mean, this
released.
is intense.
Look at the
Dinkelberg
right
is
side.
now on Rhine.
What is... Oh, God.
Now this is more like it for the Wolfpack.
So this is their normal... What a fire. Wow.
This is their normal. The May I like to see and the Rhine.
Okay. But here's the thing, you
It's
swap so
specifically
much.
cardboard.
You swap so much to where, I mean, there's gonna be a rush from Leviathans, and Dinkelberg is gonna get ran over. And look at his shield, it's gone. The wall can't even save him for that. Hako pops the overclock, finds one on the Connor. Looking for more. Looking for the Ana. Finds two. Looking for three. The Reinhardt cannot escape. Disruptor shot. And the Clipper Edge. He can get a fairing escape as going to be only an override protocol for the side of the Wolfpack here, as 85 meters and counting to nothing. As Leviathans continue to push with the Sunring Blade on the way, and Clipper Edge has gone over to Zenyatta, and Dinkelberg has gone over to Zarya. What is... Oh...
The only part that's missing so far has been the Vendetta.
Is G5 normally been a Vendetta player?
No, G5's normally their May player.
Then who's
I don't
the
remember
Vendetta?
if they. I don't remember if they play a Vendetta. I feel like Connor might actually just end up playing the Emery a lot, but I feel like I remember seeing a Vendetta at one point.
Ice gonna get shot out of the sky. It's gonna be a quick wall. Everyone's able to get away from the set of Leviathans. You do have a boost online. Counteract the potential override protocol. But G5 is getting close to a Blizz along with Blossom Nano Boost. Nice sort of could shut a lot down with that Southern Blade, but Chill Them has to run away. The corner is gonna be swung onto. The bot is gonna be being pushed back to the side of the Wolfpack. And Chill Them is gonna go in for a very aggressive engage. It's a Cage Jacks. The Southern Blade with the beat! Wuthering Blade can't find anything. Hako though does get a trade, but there's a full Charizard on the field. It's not gonna matter much longer. The bot's gonna be being taken as we speak. Hako there with my Clipper Edge. ECF gets away due to G5's wall. No way, he goes for a move, right? Oh!
Keeping it intact.
Did Leviathan just win this fight?
I think they won the fight.
How? How? What? And so Zarya falls below Connor having been trying to get the override protocol back into position here. As they're gonna go for Connor in the sky. Already having Vito gets out the now boost. Basically be the one-shot machine. As finds two, looking for more. The heavy round finds a third. There's one left to snipe. Almost gets ECF.
Almost. Just look out. Don't go near any ledges.
And now you still need to push 112 meters here. But you have Blizzard grab Transcendence. It's a good combo. We only have 5 minutes here, and Runasapi's not the easiest map to make a comeback on.
True. It's not.
But
Which is a little bit of an unfortunate part for the Wolfpack, but they've got the makings to make it potentially work.
as long as you just don't overall get quick rush, going to be nothing to counter besides the tough hard Transcendence out of the way too. That's two big ults from the Wolfpack used, and Leviathans are down a member, but they're still in somewhat fighting form. As Blossom going to get hit by the Zarya beam a little bit, everyone on Leviathan able to survive for a little bit longer. And that's going to be a quick checkpoint here from the side of Wolfpack. And you still have a grab shot surge online, so as long as you get like at least two, maybe even one, if it's Shield Demo, you should be fine. As the Zarya doesn't grab. Ice is going to get
No grab, yeah.
Zarya. It's going to be overclock from Hako though on the high ground, sliding in, finding two, looking for more. It finds through with a Shield Demo, and the Soldier's going to be able to light a hop. Hako is a monster.
Jeez. Hako was putting in work on the Soj so far.
Check this out. I am on fire.
Now, 4 minutes left to go. We're not gonna look at the Wolfpack's meter game. As Leviathans are gonna try to match this and try to catch up the Emre instead of just going to the far side of the map. And G5's back into the Hanzo.
G5's Hanzo was putting in work. They were getting picks, so I'm not against it, honestly.
On Havan, for sure, but on Runasapi? Disruptor shot gonna force him low. Hako still in a very greedy off angle, literally going in at like a fourth of their HP.
And the Zori still has to grab along with a Nano Emery on the way, potentially. ECF has the beat to counteract it, though, as the rest of the Leviathans are just going to get angled out. Connor's going to use a jump pad to quickly catch Hako. Quick edge, not going to be traded out. Stormrail's going to burst down the rest of the Leviathans. Everyone's 1 HP. Botch is still in favor of the Wolfpack, as the cleanup from G5 is there. 3 minutes left to go.
3 minutes left. A lot of ults in hand. I feel like you save G5. You wait to build up G5's ult, and you save Dinkelberg's to combo it. The Emery ult I feel can work by itself. The Nano can work by itself.
The Nano
Just
Emery is
love-
kind of an instant life fight win.
Yeah, I just love the fact that I see in the chat, dude, what is going on? This is crazy.
There's gonna be a bait engage. The Nano Emery not gonna be as valuable as Hako's able to find Elmo. DPS are able to find 2 though. Leviathans are getting nuked, as you can see. The Nano Emery kind of just one-shot this machine every 2 seconds of the heavy round. And now 2.5 seconds left. It's a stagger on to Chill Demo. And now, if you can get the bot to flip into your advantage here, I mean, you could just potentially be able to win the map here for the Wolfpack. 10 meters left to go. Can Leviathans get a touch is a question. You have 3 ults, but who gets the touch? The answer is Ice Sugar. And the one that you grab, no feat to counteract it. Use the cage to use as a shield. But it's Grab Dragon! It's Grab Dragon to get 5!
It gets 4. Do you count the immortality field as 1 though? Because the only person it didn't was Blossom.
I think Blossom was in there just got shot by Connor. But now you have no rush. This Blossom gets picked up early. Ice Sugar going to go for the Thunder Blade. Gonna get the bubble. Looking for something. Nukes Dinkelberg. But now you basically have to fully cap the map to win. And you only have a minute and a half to go. You need to win all these fights quick and decisively. Paco's going to definitely make it possible. As they're just going to start burning out everyone with the railgun. I think there's a potential stagger in the backline from G5. And now Alpha's going to go over to the Mercy.
The Mercy is in play. Probably. I was thinking for G5 for a second, but yeah, no. Probably help Connor.
And now it's going to be rushed. And Overclock versus the Transcendence. Leviathans have to put their cards right and make sure to pick off this Zenyatta early. Otherwise, the healing output just might be too strong, even for an Overclock from Hako. And now you do see a Czar Detta from the side of Leviathans. First time we've seen it all match, actually.
Yeah.
The entire series. Flipper Edge is playing a very weak angle here. And now Leviathans are dealing from the corner. Eventually they pop the rush. And if anyone falls early, it's going to be Ice Sugar actually. Zenyatta's able to get hit with the volley, but Hako's able to get a trade. Can Hako get another? The Transcendence might not matter, but it is going to be popped anyways. Hako trying to survive. Leviathans are pretty healthy. ECF getting close to a beat as well. 25 seconds left to go. Zenyatta's playing up super far. Now the Ember's going to go mark Hako here. Hako able to get away, however. Leviathans could go in aggressive engagement. Connor getting closer and closer to his override protocol by the second. Chill Demo has to run away, getting beamed down along with Blossom. ECF finally gets a beat. Connor has the override protocol online, and now there's almost a Valkyrie on the way as well. Dinkelberg trying to survive. They're getting their bubbles forced. They're going to get an early engage from the Vendetta. ECF pops the beat. The Hako doesn't get it. If Hako gets shot here, it could be game over for the Leviathans in this match. The override protocol. Blossom has HP. No one can survive. Blossom gets picked up. 4v5 down for Leviathans. G5 gets another. And the Wolfpack are going to tear it down and send Leviathans to the lower bracket. As Hako's going to be getting 1, but 1 is nowhere close to enough.
Wow.
Wolfpack.
The Wolfpack wins. I thought at the start the Leviathans push at the beginning was going to be something that could not be surpassed. And I was proven wrong. Connor gets play of the game. I would have personally given it to the Hanzo Dragon. But that's gonna be the series. That's gonna be the match.
Shall be sent to the lower bracket. The 2 seed beat the 3 seed. And now we have to decide on a quick MVP before we go to
Yeah, I don't think we'll have enough time to do a interview or anything.
But so it's between Dinkelberg and Connor, right?
Yeah,
Um, hmm.
I want to I
I
want to
mean,
give it.
underrated
Hmm,
pick for Elmo for all those mercy reses,
true.
but it's probably
Um,
Dinkelberg or Connor.
well, okay, but at the same time, G5 did put in a lot of work with the Hanzo. So not to
Yeah, but
discredit
that's only
that.
on 2 maps, while Connor and
That's
Dinkelberg
only on
were
two
able
maps,
to.
that is true.
Dinkelberg did 4. So we gave it
Hmm.
to a tank player yesterday because we couldn't decide. We did the coin flip. So do we just give
I
it
say
to
Connor.
Connor? Yeah, let's just give it to Connor. I mean,
Yeah.
those were some nasty Emery shots.
Yeah, no, the Emery shots were
Also, I just
bonkers.
feel that their image is, mm,
Yeah.
wow.
Their image definitely is.
There is.
Uh, yeah, so with the fact that we have
A
another match that
match
was
that
scheduled after
that should be
this,
being played right now.
which arguably is now late because we this was such a back and forth. We won't do an interview tonight for that, sadly. So we'll skip interviews for both, just
To be
to make
fair.
it fair.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So that will leave us with a short 2-3 minute break as we get everything underway for the other two
Jackal's
teams,
Judgment versus AGA. Whoa,
retirees.
I almost had like a hiccup or something. Jackal's
No,
Judgment versus AGA retirees, which will be coming up shortly after this little break.
so we'll be back momentarily.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We have returned from our break. We are now ready to get started with Jackal's Judgment versus the AGA retirees.
Yeah, I'm not doing that the entire time.
I don't blame you, I'm not either. Well, I would say let's go under rosters really quick, but we're going to be going into games, so let's really go quick. Mott
Go for
Hobbs and
Jackal Judgment.
Tyler on the DPS. Rainbow Math is going to be your tank with Twilight and Sato as your supports from the side of Jackal's Judgment.
And then for the side of AGA retirees, we have Leather and
Cheesers.
Cheesers on DPS along with Pipes on tank, and then imagine being you and Jade Rogue on support, and let's go!
Map 1 is going to be
Lijiang
over to
Tower.
Lijiang Tower.
See, we're so good at our job.
Yeah, see, we can talk fast. Bans
Oh,
for the first map,
there's more
Ana Diva.
What do you mean there's more Maga costs? Like, I thought you told me there wasn't gonna be more Maga.
I'm sorry, I saw this and for some reason I saw it in the Joker color scheme and I was going to say, you want to know how I got these scars? From playing Maga.
God. Wow.
There is more Maga. There's more Maga, always
Now
has
there's
been.
more,
And just to update for those of you curious for Div 5, I am getting preliminary word from someone in chat that Div 5's Orbit Outlaws won 3-0 versus their opponent.
Interesting. And now, you know, it's weird. It's weird seeing a Maga Lijiang Tower strat one. If I had a nickel,
For every time I've seen Maga on Lijiang Tower.
like specifically on Night Market, I have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot. But it's weird.
But it's weird that it's happened twice.
They never rewatched that movie.
Was that actually in the movie? I
Yeah.
thought it was just a normal episode.
No, that was a Infinity movie.
Oh, neat. Anyways, in the meantime, Modhobbs finds a right-click kill onto Petey Pipes. Smoky Tyler finds an Elam as well.
And Tyler's able to get the kill there on the Genji as point was capped. We actually had 2 flips already. And no real ult besides maybe temporary territory as you are able to get a pick here for the side of AG retirees, and Leatherhead almost just fell off the map with their own slide, which, I mean, it happens. But
Yeah, no, it has happened. As
Big
much as
terrorist
we don't want to
showing
admit it.
gets the Genji, and now the side of the retirees might be able to hold this for a little while longer here.
Ooh, Pulse gets thrown out as well.
Jesus, really clean up here. And yeah, Jackal's Judgment kind of stuck in their spawn for a little bit. If you have to worry about the window overclock coming in from the side of the retirees, and from the side of Jackal's Judgment, I mean, there's a cage and wheeling ult underway. A very deadly combo if you just put that on the Maga.
True. Jesus is very low, doesn't have a recall to use, but is going to get some healing from Imagine being
They're able to get away, and now it's going to be a potential Maga engage here. They're looking taking a little bit of poke damage, losing their armor early here. It's going to be a quick engage, but Tyler's able to find Jesus. Maga's going for the slam, hit the Baptiste. He knocks him out of the immortality field, and now that is going to be a wing ult in Maga. He does get the stone of the sword, Leather has to be picked off. And the overclock on top, just to make sure you win this one. So it's going to be 79% there for the retirees.
Recharging.
So you basically have to win out these next few fights consecutively if you want to take this round of your Jackal's Judgment.
Yeah, but I mean, they have a lot of ults in hand. For both sides, actually, have a lot of ults in hand. So, I mean, using 2 ults, even if one of them might have felt a little bit less impactful, still, you're kind of comfortable with that.
That's gonna be the cage coming in along with the blade. Pretty big combo there. Almost gets the Ajax beforehand too. But the blade should just be able to keep him at bay for a little bit along with the cage. Not to 4v4, but everyone on the side of Jackal's Judgment is falling low and getting picked off one by one. 60% counting here for Jackal's Judgment. The opponent's gonna be flipped. You have one more fight opportunity here. It's gonna be a little scary as there's a terror surge and a window on the way.
Yeah, this is going to be...
I mean, you could just do the risk of waiting too. They know.
Yeah.
comes the Terror Surge. It's gonna pull in 3, and it's going to grab the Juno. There is a picked up from the Maga. You do get a touch as well. The wheel falls low. They will survive for a little bit longer. And potentially a stall situation here for the Maga and the Genji. They're able to burn down the Tracer. And it's going to be... Genji and Maga get 2? They get the slam. And the Genji, Tyler,
They flip it.
They get the 4. What?
Oh, come on, guys!
Wow! This is a PG family-friendly stream here on Nebula series.
This was, I guess.
We had this problem last season too. I don't.
Yes, we
I thought
did.
we were-
Except last
I thought we
season
were
it was
quite-
Div 2.
I thought we put this in the rule book.
We probably did, but you know, we'll have to double check.
No ult online now. Leviathans from the back piece. Lucio is gonna get picked off though. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna be able to stop for a little bit. It is gonna go to overtime, but you get stuck on a wall here for Twilight. They get picked off. Leatherhead is 1 HP, and so is Cheezers. Can you get the touch of the question? You have an OC from Hobbs, but no touch. I mean, you gotta give Jekyll's Judgment credit. They were able to get 4 out of nowhere.
Yeah, they really held their own, pushed it very close. They're finding 4, but just barely don't come out with the point there. I'm curious, do we see any swaps? Does it stay the same? I know Modhobbs is fairly familiar with the Sojourn, so I'm more curious from the opposing side as well. If you stay comfortable with what you played, even if it felt kind of close.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna see the Maga still. No real swaps coming in from either side, so... I mean, I really don't know how you're gonna be able to break through the Orisa hold, because I mean, she notoriously is the iron wall of tanks, besides, like, Maga. It's gonna be a very early engage, but it's used. Modhobbs is gonna get a lot of damage in early on the Sojourn, but Leatherhead is also able to just burst down the Maga with 5 people all shooting on him. And we do have Tyler here in the backline in the server room, making a little bit of a distraction. Modhobbs does get picked off though by Leatherhead. And it's going to be a quick fight there from the side of the retirees.
Yeah, retirees come out early with the point progress.
And now 10% accounting here, no real ult on the way. As, I mean, we're just gonna see a little bit of gambling going on with your recent ethic. We do love to see it. As you can gamble with your points in map number 2.
Dusty,
Hey,
don't encourage them.
it's a feature. It's Twitch channel points. As the DPS here from the side of Jackal Judgment are able to get 2, and everyone's falling low here for the retirees. And now, I mean, imagine being you gets picked off, and could be a potential flip here. I mean, the Orisa can live for a while, but not forever. They get picked off, and you get the flip with the retirees going to 38%. Now,
Sorry, I was taking a sip of water.
oh, as you do.
I was like, please, Dusty, don't pass it over to me. And then Pig passed it over to me. I'm like, oh, shoot.
Bro. And now we have 20% counter here with the cage coming all the way for Jackal's Judgment. And Terror Surge is online though for their retirees. Could be a good counterplay. As the Reese is looking to go very aggressive here, but they get nuked. Leatherhead's gonna pop the overclock, trying to make a play here. Lucio is going to face Umaga head on, and is actually able to get away. Leatherhead still has overclock, his full railgun charge. He's able to survive along with a few, well actually one other member, actually no other members.
I don't
And
get picked off. Ooh.
oh no! Maga jump scare.
Maga jump scare.
And now I think it's gonna be a bit of a stagger here for the side of the retirees.
Dusty,
And
do you see what I see?
no way, right?
I think there is a way.
If they go for this, Tyler, sorry. They don't hear it.
Oh, no, someone did notice
Cage
him.
is popped with a big cage. And it stuns too. Both supports get stunned, but the Ferris comes out. And it's still a chaotic ball fight. Cage is up for a while. Mandy gets the dash. Potentially we get the clean up here with help of the Maga. It's gonna be Dash City. But it's actually a headshot from Leatherhead. Canceling out the NG.
soldier.
And point is still in favor here. Leatherhead gets 2. Might be able to get 3. They do, but nothing more. Mod Hobbs is able to fortify the point. 15% left to go before a potential touch to send into overtime here, but Jackal's Judgment should be able to take this round as we see a Sigma swap.
We do see a Sigma swap. A little bit late of a swap, in my opinion.
99% overtime is activated. Amplification is on the way. The Genji pops the blade. Amplification pictures has a little bit of an angle here, but they do not care. Mahab pops the overclock, able to get 3. Looking for more with the help of the Genji. It's a 5K from the DPS of Jackal's Judgment.
Cycling power.
Very good situational usage of your ults.
Charged.
In my opinion, holding them just enough to notice the situation to be able to say, all right, yeah, we're pretty close to capping this. Let's just use them now. We might as well. But seems like they're gonna try and stick with the Sig, and we're seeing a Widow now to the Sombra.
The Sigma should be able to beat up the Maga a little bit, at least close. Like, before the Maga close, just get a lot of early spam damage in. I will say, though, the Sombra, I don't see. Oh, no.
Maybe you hack the Maga after they go in? Or EMP it or something?
It's either that or to make the Juno a little uncomfortable, which, I mean, Juno is quite
Or
frail.
that.
Oh! You saw what could have happened, too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Sombra does get a nice off angle, though, and Cheezers is able to... Oh my god, you are giving me a heart attack here, man.
Toying with your life.
Not once, but twice.
Exactly, but
the virus,
hey,
though.
that's a good virus.
It's Twilight. They're going aggressive here. Potentially going to get picked out here by the Genji, trying to get the Mega Health pack, and they get it. They're out. Barely.
And now we see the Ramatra in play.
About 20% accounting here. We see a Ramatra flop coming in. And, I mean, Ramatra and a Cassidy.
Yeah, probably to deal with the Sombra.
Cassidy for the Sombra and the Ramatra for the Sigma. And it's going to be an early pick there for Mod Hobbs. Being able to pick off Leatherhead, going for the stun, able to get the back piece as well. Mod Hobbs finds 2. That's another member of the media team. Definitely not biased at all. Cheers is able to get the pick. While it gets changes though, and 40% counting here, the retirees are just gonna have to finally disengage after a little bit. But there is a small trade. Leatherhead comes back, and he is still going.
Yeah.
But brought down. Point has been flipped. And now a lot of ults on the way here for the side of Jackal's Judgment. But AGA retirees do have the Flux and Beat on the way as well.
Flux and Beat. I mean, Flux is a good ult. You can get a lot of value from it. Beat, also a good ult. You can get a lot of value from that. Just, in my opinion, try not to use the both of them at the same time if you can hold off from it.
Yeah. Here comes the Flux. Slims a few down. And the Williams get hacked while they're falling very, very low. She's able to get the pick at the trade. Leatherhead able to get another. The Nemesis performance from Ramatra here should be able to do a lot of work. They are split up by the Sigma shield of PD. And is going to be able to get the Juno picked off as well. Leatherhead is able to get the cleanup. And now both teams going to be roughly around 47%. Yeah.
Yeah, 48 to 48.
And now you have 5 ults coming up from Jackal's Judgment and around 4 from AG Returns. And I mean, Jesus has the EMP. If anyone could translate K in and die for it, if you hit the 5-man EMP, what does it matter? I mean, look at this. They're going quick.
As they've lost the tank.
J-Ro gets the boop. They're going for the EMP
It's a
anyway.
4K
And it's 4.
nonetheless.
And it's going to be the cleanup here. The virus is going to be huge. Everyone's falling low. Twilight is able to keep Mod Hobbs up for a little bit. And now it's getting close to Lost territory. 25-ish% to go. Leatherhead gets the early run on Twilight. It's going to be a soft stagger. But that is the retirees. A few of their big ults. They still have the beat. But Orbital, I mean, they have Noon, Blade, Annihilation, Tidal Blast, and Orbital Right. And the Tidal Blast is going to go straight to the Roger. He's going to walk it down. It stuns 4! The beat just comes out too late, and I haven't hit like that in a long time.
Yeah.
Green's going to get away into the dojo. There is a flip.
AGA was able to get to 95%, and now with how this next fight, with how long these could be going for, there's an orbital ray, a new, and a blade that's a lot of sustain. And with no beat to salvage it, Leatherhead will have to make a miracle happen here with the overclock.
Ooh, Cheezers is looking to try and go after someone here from the backline perspective. Modhobs will be able to turn around and notice
Fixes him out.
them.
The Swarmer goes into the middle of the fray. He's able to get away with the blade, however. Tyler's going to be sending it into the back line. Finds one, finds two. Looking for the Sojourn, looking for the Lucio. And Modhob's able to get a quick stun on the Lucio, and I think Jesus was able to get King Sato, but... Wow, at this point, gets way too of a chance to touch, but otherwise... I think Jackal Judgment does have a chance of winning this one.
Yeah, they definitely have a chance.
Cheezers
It's close. Cheezers can touch. They will be able to.
The Mudhop has the noon. They're looking for anybody trying to touch. Mudhop's still holding it. Able to do a good amount of damage. The orbital ray though is just gonna be too much to handle. Mudhop with Cassidy being able to stun anybody who tries to touch the point. And it is going to be Jackal's Judgment getting map number 1 on Lijiang. It was looked pretty excited for the retirees after round 1, but Jackal's Judgment was able to bring it back.
It did look one-sided at times, but it's a full back and forth over the entire map, I would say. Some points teetered a little bit more than the others, in my
All the way from map 1, I'm gonna go look at the
Yeah.
Bulldog.
Fair enough.
Let's go to the map pool real quick while we wait. Because, I mean, we still have all 4 map types to pick from, but we do see a lot of Brawl, you know?
Yeah, we did see a lot of Brawl.
Just gonna read the rule book. Lobby integrity.
I know what you're getting at. Trust me. I'm
looking for it.
I don't know if it's specifically stated.
I mean,
but I think it's covered in a different rule technically.
in match conduct.
I just think
there's nothing specifically for what happened last season.
Yeah. It's definitely covered on another thing.
But we can just put it in the rulebook just in case.
Yeah. Maybe.
Okay.
But if there's a lot of Brawl being played.
Yeah.
I say Atlas, just because I played it recently.
That's
my primary reason.
I'd say that or Runasapi.
Yeah.
Runasapi's pretty flat. We saw the Zarya come out last series with the Zarya. So,
we also saw the Torbjorn, so
yeah, let's just think about it in a standard way. Let's not think about the actual match.
Yeah. I mean, technically speaking, you could play anything, to be fair. We do have the map. I'm waiting on the bans. It's a different approach than what we were kind of thinking.
I mean, I don't really know what to expect.
It's Eichenwald.
Big Eichenwald.
Not as
This one, not as common as it used to be.
Yeah, it used to be a lot more often that you would see Eichenwald. But it's kind of waned down a little bit in terms of frequency that you see it be played.
I'm racking my head here. I can't. Juno Band.
Juno Band, yeah. Also, I apologize if anyone hears me yawn in the midst of this.
It is currently
It is
11.
11:11. Make a wish for me.
Yeah.
So I am powering through, but there is going to be the occasional moment where I have to yawn.
Yeah.
It's not because of me being bored or anything. These matches are entertaining to watch all the time. I
Yeah.
am just needing to be sleep. I just need the sleep.
Mm. The Juno band's quite peculiar, though.
It is, but we did see
We've
Juno
seen it.
from both teams, if I'm not mistaken.
Why have we
So
seen a Juno band twice tonight?
that's true.
That's a very.
Ryan ban next? Question mark.
Oh no.
I, I don't think they would ban Ryan, but it would be kind of funny. But I don't think they do.
Yeah. Hmm. Hmm.
They're gonna ban the Orisa, which
That's
makes
fair.
sense. So Anna and Orisa banned for Eichenwald.
Oh wait, it's Anna?
Or, sorry,
Juno.
Juno and Orisa.
I
I
s-
am losing the mental capacity, I guess.
For real.
And by that, I just mean I suffer from memory loss.
Don't we all?
And I suffer from memory loss.
And I suffer from memory loss.
And I have serious short term memory loss. And I have
Wait, what did you
serious
say?
short term memory loss.
Alright. Before we troll the stream
Yeah.
anymore,
Anymore. Keyword.
hey, we can be a little silly, but remember, if I'm anything to go off of the first time I was here, let's not overrun any jokes, huh?
Oh, dear God.
Hey, you like banana bread pop tarts, Toxic?
No, I haven't actually tried them. I need to. I feel like I have to taste test them now because of the memery we've had with it.
Yeah, if Twitch chat, if you look in your emote selection,
I thought you were
when
about to say
you
if you look in your cabinet and you see banana bread Pop Tarts.
no, if you look in your Twitch emote section, you can go to the Winton and then the banana bread pop tarts. If you post that in the Twitch chat, Costa will become very happy. Oh, and we do have a swap coming in. I've just been informed as it'll be house for sale coming in for Imagine Being You.
I wonder what house it is for sale.
Uh, Probably something in Switzerland because they picked Mercy as their profile.
Hmm,
That's all I can think of.
fair enough.
Hmm. I can waltz with. I'm just so confused, so a little perplexed. Maybe that last match just turned off my brain.
Well, you mean the match before this? Is that what you're getting at, or
Yeah, yes. The Div 3 match versus with Leviathans versus the Wolfpack.
there was some uncommon stuff that happened in that? But oh, hey, look, a little birdie.
We like birds.
Yes, we do. Remember the pigeon from Midtown?
I do. You know the crocodile on Saravasa?
There was a crocodile on Surabasa.
Yes. You know the frogs on Atlas?
Am I being trolled?
No, these are all real.
I don't know.
These are all real. There are crocodiles on Saravasa on the, I think the 2 points near the right side of the map. The
We're gonna have to
palace,
check that if we have Surabasa again.
the temple, and the ruins.
Okay. We
And
are
then
seeing Mercy.
there are frogs on Atlas on the that point with all the water.
Okay.
Not like the beach one, but
The other.
the grass water one.
Okay.
I don't think they're. Oh, and then the penguins in Antarctic Peninsula, which we are getting back
I
next.
did know about the penguins. I did know that.
So we're getting them back. No, so let's go to the comps now because we've been talking about animals for the past 20 seconds. As we see double
Torbjorn.
explosives. We see Farah Junkrat on defense. A lot of spam damage for sure. Along with Ramatra to hold. And then we see Lucio Mercy in the big 2-6. Calls it.
Yeah, we see Lucio Mercy.
Domina Bay Bastion though isn't too bad. I'd say.
It's not bad at all.
I'd say you just need to be a little bit worried here about how you're gonna cross push it with these Ana nades with no Kiriko to Suzu it. Because you already lose your Domina early here. If you're gonna burn off the clock, you are able to get the res. So I can't believe Mercy has 2 mythics, but get a nice Domina to shove the Bastion and be able to swing with the artillery form. Tyler is going to go from the high ground down a potential flanking.
The flank rat.
On the Mercy, they're able to get the pick, but the Bastion is not so lucky as Mudhub is able to get Leatherhead, as now it's a 4v3 in favor of HEA retirees. And Tyler is getting close to a Riptire, and he's probably going to be the dodge. But
Or not. Scouted out by Cheezers.
Mudhub does get the pick, but not going to be enough. Ooh, close.
Very close. They were watching for Modhops going back. As Tyler,
He gets that.
Junkrat shoots, Junkrat gets kills.
Oh no, flanking nine. Okay. Yeah,
That is an aura barrage.
Mudhub just dropped down from the top ropes and hit someone in the head with a barrage of metal chairs. As Rainbow Map is able to get the pick on a Jade Rogue, but Leatherhead is able to get the trade. So it's a 1v4, and Jackal Judgment is out their tank for this next fight for a little bit.
Yeah, but I feel like with this composition, they can play without their tank for enough time.
What about
Kind
that?
of play space, but the Bastion ult will be interesting.
Oh, with Twilight and Sottolin.
Yeah.
Now you get close to 4 ults on the way, with a Riptide being one of them, and Jade Rogue might get picked off early here. PD Pipes does get Tyler, and Jade Rogue, I swear he's going for a group, because William Hill's going to be popped. Ram walks in and almost dies for a Pops the Annihilation. And that's an Ajax! That's a frame 1 Ajax!
That's an Ajax.
Okay, I will admit, Connor has competition now.
If it's a frame 1 Ajax, is it a frame Jax?
No. We call it competition with Connor.
Damn, shots fired. This Mudhops is gonna take down House for
a
Sale.
reference for the true viewers who have been watching the entire night. As PD Pipes has a Panopticon online, but now it's also going to be a Riptire and Nano Boost still for the side of Jackal Judgment. It's kind of leaving you in a curious spot if you're the retirees to try to walk through, because once again, it's far Junkrat spam on Get
Nano Tire. You
I
nano the
Nano Boost
tire,
tire.
not the Junkrat.
Nano Boost a tire, so when you explode, it actually keeps the tire alive, so you can do it a second time.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
you do
my,
see the
that's
tire.
my rules change. Oh, that Junkrat is getting dome. He's going
Yeah, but the
for
Junkrat tire's coming back.
And he gets 2. I feel like that's a worth it trade in my book.
That's perfect.
But do you see House for Sale going over to Moira?
Yeah, the Moira might work a little bit better considering Modhob's on this aerial character. If you get in a position where you can actually do some damage with
I mean,
the,
Moira is basically a sniper
right click.
character.
Yeah, and Cheezer's gonna go over to the Ashe now.
Shit, Cheezers is on the Ashe, yeah. Also just shut down the Pharah. I don't think they like Modhub.
I don't think they like Modhob's on the Pharah.
Yeah. But now King Sato still has his Nano Boost. I don't think they've used it the entire map, actually.
Not yet. I think they're waiting for it.
I mean, I guess they really haven't had to use it. But now, retirees who have the Panopticon and are getting close to artillery form. And it's going to be Rainbow Bat getting kind of nuked here, but Mudhub will get choosing early. Ramatra is able to block and tank all the damage along with the Ana Wu Young heals. Artillery strike going to the back line and nuking the Ana. Pasado is able to survive. Panopticon potentially going to be popped. It hits the shield. It hits the shield. And the DPS here are able to take. DPS for Jackal Judgment are able to take out the back line in its entirety. P5 goes down, and now it's under 2 minutes for this Eichenwald attack.
House for Sale's gonna go back to the Mercy. Maybe to damage boost Cheezers, who is making a swap. The Emery and the Tracer.
Okay.
And now over
Now
to
it's
the
an
Ash. So that makes, yeah,
this
fair
makes-
enough.
Okay, you have a Tracer to mark the angles a little more, and then the Ash, you know, just to be pocketed. That works.
Yeah.
One Hop's getting close to another barrage that could get nano boosted, or Wuyong ulted. And it's going to be a
True.
rotate actually directly into the castle. I'm surprised no one got booped there, not gonna lie. As they're going directly into the castle, it's going to be Cheezer's going to mark the cart as Jadra falls early, Junkrat spam, and do be like that, ladies and gentlemen. And Leatherhead is able to get one pick under the Pharah, no mercies to Rez on the side of Jackal's Judgment, but I mean, once again, the damage is just too much to handle. And House for Sale does get away.
Barely lives.
With how long these fights are taking, though, this might be last fight territory here, and Jackal Judgment has everything on the board.
Everything minus tire.
He's Junkrat, he's gonna get in a second anyways.
Yeah.
And if they're going on the stairway rotation again, it might be problematic. You do have Cheezers marking Mod Hubs on the Pharah, so that Pharah is out of the fight for a little bit, and now you're going to be able to get your rotate. Cheezers does get the recall force by the Junkrat. Now it's going to be a Nano Annihilation in the backline by the Ramatra, beat the counteract it. No ult, though, from the retirees to do anything with it, though. The big slow, 20 seconds left to go. The barrage from Mod Hubs, able to get the cleanup under the Mercy. And now, it's going to be the Rush still in Annihilation, able to get another, and Tyler just has to shoot down on the cart, and he's okay. He's a tire. For potential touch, Cheezers. 10 seconds left to go for this touch. They can go around the long way. They should be able to get the touch, but at Wuyong and Tyre, it's gonna be a little scary. They're gonna go for the Ana. They do get the touch, but there's the Tyre and the wheel onto the Matra. It's basically choose your pick poison, you know. Tyre's gonna get one. The Wuyong is gonna get two, and the Matra here for Rainbow Mask able to get the cleanup. And yeah, that's a second point. Hold on, Eichenwald.
A really good job from Jackal's Judgment to hold as well as they did on this second point of Eichenwald. Curious to see how their attack goes, because a hold is one thing, but you have to be able to actually what's it called? You have to be able to get some progress on the attack side. As yeah, that is following back to what was said previously. It is true that you can actually get the comp points from watching Overwatch. I was not aware of that. I just gained 200, so sweet.
Huh? Oh, you got
The
200.
comp points thing, yeah, because it was 100, but it stacks.
Ladies and gentlemen, you get even more comp points than I thought. You better keep watching Nebula series at twitch.tv/Nebula_Soups. I don't know what that did.
Another plug.
I can't do it anymore.
Dusty, I think you've plugged it enough.
The
You
bit
can
is
take a
tyrannical.
break, my friend.
I hope those who died defending
Well,
this place
They can invite their
have found
friends
peace.
to watch. Yeah, our producer is talking to me and they make me sound like a crazy person. But they're already here. That's what she said. But I said they could go tell their friends and they could also watch. I'm not going to continue the entire bit. My voice hurts.
Yeah.
We see the back
Dusty, I was
now
gonna
from
say.
the side of Tyler, and Modhelm actually going to be double head scan.
Yeah, I'm.
Also, Zen Lucio. We're gonna.
Well, I mean, you also have a Zen in the side of the retirees, so Zen Lucio healing is.
You're just playing Leatherhead and Cheezers kills everyone before they get the chance to get need heals, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. If your Lucio gets low, you just have to hope the Zen healing can get to them fast enough.
And now, it's going to be just a bit of a sustain. It's just going to be whoever runs out of cooldowns first, and I mean, Rainbow Map, it's a lot of spam damage for one Ramatra and the Emre Soldier and Zenyatta Domino. You know, and Kitty Pipes is able to get the pick on King Sato early, and I mean, oh my god!
Yeah, that was just a complete deletion. I would not be surprised if we see a switch here to maybe an aerial character. Okay, yep, I was in the middle of saying a switch to an aerial character
Like, Diva.
to potentially get past a chokehold spot and try and make some progress happen from a different angle.
Taking a lot of the early spam damage though, so it's been a little difficult. And Rainbow Master starts trying to wait to get their armor back, Rod Hop's going well as well, but already getting close to an overclock. I mean, if you're talking about the ult game at least, the Diva just got to run into the backline!
Charge!
House for sale.
I mean, it's a distraction to get a house for sale. I mean, Leviathans going to pop the overclock. Gonna be a beat as well on top of it just to secure the fight when Mudhub was able to slide away.
It's a
And
reset there. That's just a call to reset.
I was kind of hoping they got shoved by the domino.
I kind of was. You know, as much as I
know.
don't want. Ooh, Tyler
Yeah,
almost
that's a stagger.
falls. That is a stagger.
And wait, Rainbow hits J-Row?
Yeah.
That's... Now Mudhubs, they think they can win this. They're going into the overclock. They're going aggressive. They're gonna be able to burn down the domino before she gets the Panopticon. Shoots down Leatherhead out of nowhere. And now with the artillery strike on top of it, the domino should just fall. The D was able to get the cleanup here, and able to get away. Pipe has Panopticon, not going to elect to use it. And that should just be a first point cap here for Jackal's Judgment.
Yeah, I don't know if you aggress and try and cap it for the retirees or try and stall it. I think you just wait for a little bit longer and give it to Jackal's Judgment and wait. And try and hold them the way that they had held you.
Yeah. And I mean, now you have 3.5 minutes left to get through Castle, and it's only halfway. You basically just have to get under the bridge. So as long as you can exhaust the retirees' ult, you should be in a pretty good spot. As the Dio's already looking to go to the high ground early, as King Sato is just able to move the card a little bit by themselves on Lucio, but there is a Domina here, and everyone else going to the point. It's going to be a rush from Jackal's Judgment, from Twilight, and Spooky Taylor goes over to the Genji now, by the way, is able to get Jesus. But it's going to be a trade. Transcendence is popped to keep everyone alive for a little bit longer here for the retirees. Looking up on the light as well. Rainbow Matt does have a bomb if they just want to stun it at the skies. Monhops finds house for sale. It's a 4v3 now in favor of Jackal Judgment. Everyone's falling low though. King Sato getting very aggressive here. Monhops finds another, they find two. But Monhop gets picked off by Jade Rogue. Jade Rogue almost able to get two as well. King Sato's able to get away. The bomb almost gets Ajax. The beat is able to get the tank. Rainbow Map gets a stomp on Jade Rogue. And now it's going to be a beat to counteract the override protocol from Caesars. 2 minutes 40 left to go. It's a very chaotic fight as the Domino gets picked up by Spooky Tyler. And that might just be map 2. There are no more ults to sustain with. And the Golden Box victory is right there. The Moira gets picked up. And it's just going to be a latch-fist effort from Jade Road here. Lucio trying to stall for as long as they can. They're actually stalling for a little bit, but there's no one fast enough to make it back. And that'll take Jackal's Judgment into match point with a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, and that's going to take us to a 5-minute break as well after this play of the game.
From
Rainbow Map.
Personally, should have been the mech stomp, but
Yeah, the mech stomp was pretty good, but this was also a really good overclock, so it is understandable that it goes
Annihilation.
over to. Oh, sorry, Annihilation. My bad.
how do we both get those mixed up? I always
I don't know.
Weird. But nonetheless, that's your first 2 maps out of the way for this series. Looks pretty dominant so far for the side of Jackal's Judgment, but hey, tides could turn very quickly. We've seen this before. So I guess we'll just have to find out. Get your water, get your drinks, probably get a pillow after this, because it's probably getting late for everybody here. And we'll be
Yeah.
back momentarily.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, we are back from the bio break. We have next map. Next map's gonna be Suravasa. What's
With
your thoughts
some,
on this, Dusty?
well, I saw a Junker Queen ban, so I'm not very happy, Caustic. As you know, I'm a
Fair
big
enough.
Junker Queen fan. They banned my Reinhardt. They banned my Junker Queen. I don't know what I have done to upset these teams today.
True, we do
But
have a swap. A Guyon is
oh,
going to
yeah.
be coming in for replacement of House.
I see. And Saravasa with the Junker Queen ban, if I heard correct, it was
Junker Queen and Genji.
yeah. Genji ban too. That's the Genji ban is a bit interesting, but I can see it.
All right, where are the crocodiles?
Okay, so okay, it should be just down there. Yeah. Go down. Go to the other point. Go left and down. Uh, okay, go to the other point.
Okay.
Yeah, go to the other point and then go down to the left.
Oh, there it is. This is a happy guy.
You
And
go into the
Maga.
water. He doesn't have he doesn't have the lower half of his body. Fun fact. They didn't model it. It's underwater.
Oh, that's fun.
And now it's a Maga comp, shades of last match. As we see back to the Maga Arisa match, actually. She's back onto the Sombra with Tyler going over to the Reaper now. A little more frontline pressure. Matthew
Yeah.
kind of getting shot down. But it's just gonna be the battle of, oh, what a slam! The Leather has been taken out of the fight, and now, the guy now. Agajon?
A Guyon?
A guy. Oh, a Guyon. Yeah, I thought that was a J. My eyesight is failing me.
Overwatch players become blind.
And it's gonna be a double swap here from the retirees, going Sig and Ana to try to shut down this Maga a little more. And I mean, the Lucio Ana is honestly a pretty viable backline nowadays. I've seen a few teams running it actually.
Yeah, I mean,
Blue Rock.
you see it ran a fair bit.
And the Maga go for another slam. Leatherhead is able to stun away this time, and the nade does get put on Rainbow Mass, so the Maga is taking a lot of extra damage here. And he's going for the engage. He is going in. He is making sure someone dies today, whether it be him or the enemy tank. He does not care. He will be sending.
There will be a death.
And it's gonna be Leatherhead. We figured that out.
Ooh, the ante to the
Calculation
cleanse is
for
big
the
though.
Suzu. And now it's Jesus from the high ground here. Spooky Taylor being able to get pick. It's a bit of a chaotic fight, but it seems to be going in the favor of Jackal Judgment.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like it's gonna be first point actually. That's a very long fight. No way Jade Road goes for this. Nah.
Nah. At that point, you just kind of have to let it cap for the opposing team and go for next.
Yeah.
Are we going over to the point?
Um,
We'll hear you up.
25 seconds before the point unlocks, and the Jackal Judgment is already here with the cage ready, and the Maga going in, gets hit by the rock, gets hit by the shield, gets hit by everything, but even if he falls, B5 gets raided out as well, and the Reaper's on the off angle here, and look at Tyler go. He is
Yeah,
just
Tyler is just putting on a clinic.
He's putting him into a
Jesus.
clinic, that's for sure.
Yeah. Nice one.
yeah, I still got it.
Not helping
Yeah.
to find a guy on, and that's gonna be a quick cap with 5 ults coming up for Jackal's Judgment. And I mean, 5 ults for retirees too. It's just gonna be a matter of who pops their Q first. Because if Cheezers can pop the EMP, you should be able to win. But if Rainbow Math pops her cage, honestly, you can get value and still EMP the cage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, honestly, the cage can be EMB, and I think that's kind of just you have to wait for that. Or you can
EMP goes in, hits
EMP4.
everyone's half. The Flux to follow it up, and it actually does hit King Sato. And no ult forced out though from the side of Jackal Judgment, and the beat is popped by Jade Rogue as well. Okay, the count though.
Yeah, they do get the boop kill onto Mod Hobbs.
I just don't know about that beat. It's a little greed. A little
Aggressive.
greed. Yeah. I mean, you do get the value. You just got to be worried now about the overclock or the rush. And then there's also beat advantage for King Sato now. But you do have a nano overclock online. Leatherhead could hit a few nice shots. Maybe onto King Sato before he could beat. We could see an Ajax. And
We could. Spunky Tyler already takes down Cheezers. The cage is in.
With the cage.
Mod Hobbs' OC is in.
OC from Mod Hobbs. Everyone's falling low though. They're all brawling in here. Leatherhead drops down, doesn't pop the overclock. Edie pipes, gets Rainbow Math, certainly gets traded out. Spooky Tyler, well, Spunky Tyler might have to pop the Death Blossom. Everyone's falling low here for the Jackal Judgment. Might even flip at the retirees, by the way. I actually really win the last fight. It could be last fight here. Everyone's falling low, including King Sato, but they do have the beat, rush, and Death Blossom to re-engage. And it's
What?
just oh my god,
Huh?
Cheezers.
Check their PC.
What? He saw the translocator, I guess?
Did he? I don't know.
I get
Who
Death
knows?
Blossom in from the back line. And point is still going to be in control of retirees, but it will get quickly flipped into the side of Jekyll's Judgment. Jade Rogue does get a pick. Jesus does come back and get one as well. That is 2 down, but I still don't think it'll be enough for the retirees to be able to win this fight cost.
Yeah, I don't see retirees being able to win this fight as much as I wish
But
they would
getting
be
a
able to. But
getting a touch is possible here.
a touch is possible. I don't know about full-on winning it.
Cheezers. Poses
Users
the
will be able to touch.
Longa gets hit with every cooldown of the game. Both have HP. And it's going to be King Sato getting slammed down. The B was already popped over. Mod Hobbs will be able to put an onslaught damage in with Spunky Tyler. Still that lost the B. Leatherhead gets picked off, and now there's 2 flashpoints to 0. And it's looking dire for the retirees.
Yeah, this is match point territory, and it's on ruins.
Now PD Pipes is mirroring the Maga. He's going over to the Tracer. It's gonna be an interesting one. Maga mirror. But I do think Jackal Judgment has a better chance here just because they have Reaper to brawl in. He's just okay.
He's just
standing
there menacingly.
Not really a part of the fight. Maybe they're trying to bait them into him.
I think that's honestly the goal here.
Looking for the Stoge. Yep, goodbye Stoge. Never mind. Leatherhead. Ooh. Dangerously low. Spunky Taylor able to get away. Oh! More Maga jump scares. Jesus gets picked off. Point is capped, and now you only got realistically 2 or 3 fights left here, Costa.
Yeah, big anti there.
Death Blossom in the cage.
You get
the
the
blender
spin.
then activated. Ajax! And that's 4 for the Reaper. But you also pop the OC in there too, which is a little unfortunate.
Yeah, the OC does get one. I think sometimes you see a cage like that and you just have to press Q.
Oh wait, was that not an Ajax? I saw him go into the sky. I thought.
No Ajax.
Oh, not again.
Yeah, I got PTSD and went out of the player cam.
There's a nano overclock on the way. PD comes back out of the arena, so they're trying and true so far, trying to make it more work. They get stunned out. The Maga damage too much Angel. Jesus does get Mod Hobbs, but it's a 3v4. Unless you get a huge overclock here from Leatherhead, and the Maga gets 2 with the overrun. One of them is a boot kill. I don't think you get the touch.
I don't think they do. I think
So
that's
that'll
it.
be a dominant 3-0 from Jackal
This
Judgment.
ends now.
As we wait, he's popped, and yeah, Jackal's Judgment is going to take their first playoff game to a 3-0 against the AGA retirees. And I mean, pretty
Their
dominant
first
showing.
game as well.
First game was pretty close. Oh, first game? Oh yeah, we did 5 is a little goofy, huh? I forgot Div 5 didn't start to playoffs. That is my apologies. Oh god, look at Lucio, he's gone. Alright, so that is going to be your series for the night, but it still leaves us with an MVP to give, Caustic. So,
Yeah.
hmm.
Could give it to Rainbow Math, potentially.
True.
Could give it to the DPS. Hmm.
Both of the DPS did pretty good.
Hmm. Picking these has been so hard recently.
I know. They have been.
Sometimes we used to get clear cuts, but now this is just quite difficult. Hmm. Let the producer. Let the. Should we let the producer do it?
You're like, I'll just let the producer do it. Who cares? No, I would say I want to give it to Tyler, honestly.
So Tyler. All right, works for me. Tyler gets the MVP as
Mod
Jekyll
Hops is
does.
very close, though, I will say.
Rod Hop is very close along with Rainbow
Very, very
Math.
close. I think just Tyler had like maybe one or two more plays that
Yeah,
were like highlight reel. I would honestly give it to both if we could give it to both, but I think we give it to Tyler. Mod Ups is a very close second.
yeah. So with that out of the way, there's your MVP. Congratulations, Tyler and Jackal's Judgment. And I mean that's it for this
Yeah.
week. 4 matches. We had a double match for the first time in a well, 5 matches, but the double for double for
A
tonight,
double
which is
stream or
first
double
time in a
stream match
while.
for a while. Yeah, that is.
So yep, thank you all for showing up. This is Nebula Series, as per usual. I am your caster Jesse. Co-casting with me today is Caustic, along with them being our observer, our producer Elvin Warrior. And then thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a good night, and we will see you next week.
Bye bye.